Alright, we are good to go. So, when last we left off, we had done the Alliance raid. Now, I'm going to have to do a little work on that. For whatever reason, the Alliance raid stream, everything outside of the raid was fine, but when I looked over the recording, the recording was stuttering like crazy, despite the fact that it wasn't stuttering on my screen when I was playing it. I have no idea what happened there. But for some reason, it wasn't capturing the game. Like, XSplit had an issue, finding the game, so I had to do, just a monitor capture, so I think that's what the issue is. So it's fine now. I'm looking at the capture right now, and it seems like it's going to be okay. But today's going to be mainly story anyway, so we're going to go to Tulialal. And I can mess with the volume a little bit while I'm doing this. Should be just about right. That's fine. There we go. That's the jazz we all know and love. Thanks for following along with this. We want to go south from here. So right now, we're in 7.1. So this is going to be basically the immediate fallout of the MSQ of 7.0. If this follows past expansions, so 7.1 will kind of be the introduction to where the story's going to go from here. 7.2, or rather, it's 7.1, 2, and 3 are going to be, I'm assuming, based on past expansions, except Endwalker, which actually had a completely separate story, because it was the end of, that long, 10-year-long storyline. But usually, point 1, 2, and 3 are tying up all the loose ends from the previous story and having a second climax, a sort of true final boss for the actual situation. And then point 4 and point 5 will be the build-up to the next expansion. So we'll see what, there's lots of loose ends to tie up right now. We have Alexandria and Solution 9 and what the hell to do with those people. We have a lot of rebuilding to do, so we'll see what's going on here. It's a pleasure as always, Gilrath. Have you been able to relax lately? No, I've been doing an Alliance raid. And then having to re-record it. Oh, but what I was saying is, since this recording seems to be doing better anyway, I'm gonna re-record just the raid on my own, and I'll do a post-commentary kind of thing to just, so we'll have something there. But yeah, it's a shame too, because my initial reactions to the raid were me just kind of geeking out and losing my shit over all the references. It's fine. Wonderful. As busy as you have been with the rite of succession among other things, you deserve an opportunity to experience Tulialal in a more leisurely pace. It's been months since we finished the whole adventure. We've had plenty of time. Sampling the tacos, it's blah. I'm not even gonna try some of these. Shbalyav Tears is one such way to do so. They're made the traditional way and laden with fillings and are absolutely sublime. If you have an empty stomach, the owner, Burkivu, I think I've already met him. Isn't he the one? Because he was involved with the role quests. We'll look after. Okay, I was not expecting this to be... Wait, do you have something new? So this is Yoshi P, by the way. The head of the entire fucking game. The one who basically saved it. And is continuing to save it from Square Enix's desire to move money from everything else into live services and frickin' NFTs and shit. But he is the Wandering Minstrel, who appears in every expansion. He's the one who basically gives you the extreme versions of all the raids, but I had forgotten. Queen Eternal has an extreme now. We don't need to go through this whole thing. I can read this later. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Alright. I can't imagine what that fight is like in Extreme. I really can't. Villagarmanda and Zaralja were insane in Extreme. Zaralja almost slightly less, because there are so few times when you actually had to have specific formations. But, I can't imagine, because I still, I don't think I've ever not died when she does Absolute Authority. I have no idea what Absolute Authority is going to fucking be on Extreme. Like, Jesus. Well, if it isn't Killrath. Alone today, are you? I can eat alone if I want. Don't judge me. I see. Well, if you're hankering for tacos, then they're on the house. Consider it a token of gratitude for helping track down those treasures. Considering you've saved the world about 8 times now, and basically all of us would be dead without you, yeah, I guess you can have a free taco. I was told that I missed your birthday. I would like to inform you missed my birthday. What we have are offsetting penalties on both teams. Replay third down. You're absolutely right. You're not wrong. Those would actually be offsetting penalties. Wait, what treasures? Oh, this is assuming I did all the role quests, I think. Oh yeah, I didn't do those yet. That's fine. I also deserve a free taco for saving the fucking world. Again. But no, it's I mean, the video's on YouTube of the birthday stream. It was the kindest that a Zelda 2 randomizer has ever been to me. It was not even all that bad. The randomized map was fine. I got all the items I needed fairly early. It was kinder than it's ever been. Go ahead and find a table. I'll bring you a meal as soon as it's ready. What if I don't want this table? What if I want to sit over there? Okay, to be fair, those do look pretty good. Gregarious man. You still love tacos, I hope. You ate so many when you turned 5. What? You ate so many when you turned 5 you could barely move it. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't know me. Oh, there's 2 assholes talking to each other. I thought that was fucking Yoshi P for a second from behind. I was like, why is the Wandering Minstrel talking about someone eating tacos? No, not really. It was 30 years ago for me. Right, sorry, but it's strange for me, too. Just the other day you were... Oh, okay, yeah. So this is one loose end people have to tie up. Oh, that person that went missing, like, yesterday, they're back, and they're 30 years older. That's kind of a weird thing. You were just a little boy clinging to his mother's skirt as you set off to Yasalani. Now you're a grown man with a face full of hair. Even so, I knew you were my... Oh, this is his dad? Oh, that's awkward. I knew you were my son the moment instant I saw you. We're still family, and you can always rely on me. Even though you're older than me now. Relying. Feels like the only thing I'm doing right now. On you and everyone else. Can't even start a fire without assistance at my new job. Back in Alexandria, we had Electro. If we needed fire, all we had to do was press a button. Everything was at our fingertips. But here, I'm helpless. A culinarian who can't even light a stove. The way the others in the kitchen stared at me. God, I've never been so embarrassed. I mean, to be fair, if you're the chef, you could have someone else light the stove for you. We basically have, like, cerulean lighters in this world. Like, you could just light it. Or ask any of, like, 500 mages in town to just cast fire on it, like... The chef in a kitchen is not the one required to do the upkeep of the equipment. This dude's fine. You have other people to do that. Make sure the stove works. Sorry to hear that. I've been told the tales, but it seems like life really is different within the dome. Oh, and they live next to a giant graphics card that has fucking wrestling matches in it? My wife and children, I was thinking I'd have them join me once things are settled, but at this rate... They say you send for them. If they're your family, then they're mine too. I'll do whatever's necessary to make it work. didn't mean to overhear, but it seems you're having trouble readjusting to life in Tulialal. Wow, Wuklamat? You know, just the head of state, just walking around having tacos. Yeah, I'm looking at the capture. It's definitely having issues for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I see something. Okay, this is working better. Hold on. Was that why? I may have inadvertently figured out what's going on. Was it the overlay? No, it's not the overlay. This is odd. Okay, now it seems to be working slightly better. Okay, I think that may be what it was. For some reason, my overlay was screwing up. That's exactly what I need. I'll definitely seek this group out, and I'll bring my family with me. Thank you. No, now it's freaking out again. Oh, look who it is. I was about to go and find you, Kilrath. Okay, it seems like it's working out. That's so weird. I'm curious why it would do that. Why is the overlay screwing it up that much? The tacos here never disappoint. That's what the whole new storyline is going to be. It's going to be about tacos, guarantee it. It's not even that far off, if I'm being honest. So what have you been up to lately? You know, just cleaning up loose ends, like the fucking Zerulja's Grand Vizier dude who we thought was dead coming back and creating his own alternate reality. You know, nothing much. That is true. I have been making a name for myself, the Arcadian. Less so the alpaca. I wish I could say I was catching up on sleep. By God. Yeah, no, I've been taking on wrestlers. It's fine. You're fighting in the arena at Alexandria? Like facing off against tough opponents. I'd wager you've honed your skills even further. Yeah, my fucking item level is like through the fucking roof right now. As for myself, I've been kept busy with duties at the palace, but whenever I find a moment, I like to walk the streets and talk to the people, making myself a prime target for assassination. That way I can better understand the problems they have, share them with Koana, and figure out solutions. I was on one such walk just now, and as I mentioned, I was hoping to find you. Do you just do that every day? You just wander around hoping to find, that dude that is the blunt instrument with which we can solve all of our problems? Yeah, I hope I find him today. Just be like, hey, we have a problem here. Can you go punch it and still stop until it stops being a problem? That'd be great. Thanks. Great. I'll go on ahead. Please come and join us as soon as you finished here. Alright. Palace, I assume? Yeah, palace. Where is the nearest Aetherite? It is right over there. I could switch to one of my other level 100 classes, but, nah. I'm really digging Monk a lot. I mean, it's kind of been my favorite class for a while. It started as Dragoon, and then once I really got into Monk, it was like, no, this is too friggin' good. I know there's a dungeon involved in this 7.1. I don't know if it's one you can do with duty support. If it is, I'll just do duty support. If not, I might tank that just to try to get a fast queue. Just Dark Knight it. We'll see. I may not even need to do that. Check something. Just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Things look good. Because how borked that, like, raid recording was, I'm just, like, freaking out. Like, keep checking my capture just to make sure everything looks good. Which is also weird because it was fine the entirety of the rest of Dawntrail. Granted, we did just go through an update, so I don't know if like something's changed graphically that might be screwing with XSplit, but you know, we'll figure it out. Everything seems to be good on the feed, so... Whole gang's here. Oh, you're all here too? Okay, I thought you sent for them. Valquana oh, yeah, that would make sense. Valquana summoned us, though truth be told, Alphino and I have been seeing him quite regularly as of late. He asked us to share our knowledge of Hanish culture, you see, in hopes of further strengthening your alliance. We were, of course, happy to oblige him. Krile and I were likewise summoned. Otherwise, we've been carrying on with our work, compiling information on the Golden City. Yeah, good, because I have some questions about that after the raid. It's like, what the fuck is that? My grandfather embarked on his investigation 20 years ago. With our report, we shall finish what he started. It's a fucking nexus of all universes. It's like... I don't know how you're gonna catalog that. Lest you wonder, Thancred and Narangier have left to resume their tour of Tural. Oh, they'll be here soon. We're gonna run into them. Wait, where the hell's Estinian? The last we saw of him, he was fighting shit off in, the northern area with the cowboys. And we didn't give him money, right? Because again, heaven help us if he finds the Pelu Pelu. He will bankrupt our entire operation. Stola, meanwhile, is back researching cross-rift travel. She was here just a few days ago to get Quana's permission to investigate living memory. Oh, she's gonna have a fucking field day there. By the way, she mentioned wanting to take a look at the key in your keeping at some point. Figured she would. Once she figured out what it was. If the look she had in her eyes was any indication, her blind eyes, might I mention, I suggest you brace yourself for when she comes calling. You're like to get stuck with her for a while. I can't imagine why, like, a researcher and someone interested in that would want access to an ancient relic that can literally take you to any other universe you want. Weird that she would want something like that. As for... Oh, hey, good. We know neither where he is nor what he is doing. That worries me. He's gonna come back having spent all of our money, and Tatar is gonna have to fucking cut his thumbs off. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. We took advantage of the time to catch up. So what can we do for you? Hopefully present company is enough for whatever it is you need. The present company is enough for, like, most of the things this universe has thrown at us so far. I think it doesn't matter what you want. We can probably handle it. We've literally killed gods. The matter for which I have summoned you pertains to Alexandria. A state funeral will soon be held at Solution 9 to mourn the passing of Queen Sveen. King Galul Jah and his administration has invited us to attend. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. We kind of killed... Well, no, we didn't kill your queen. We killed the automaton with her memories that you all thought was still your queen. Still awkward. While certain issues remain unresolved between our nations, such as the treatment of Yasulani, I see no reason not to attend. And for generations, the Alexandrians lived without even the awareness of death. I wouldn't have expected them to have a funeral rite still. Apparently the members of Oblivion unearthed records of ceremonies that were conducted in Alexandria of old. It was they who put forth the proposal that the Queen be thus honored. Well, no, they did have people die, because they had people who didn't have, like, who ran out of souls to use. So people like, well, no, because technically speaking, even when that person died, their soul and memory would be uploaded to the computer, so yeah, no, never mind. And anytime someone died, everyone else would just forget who that person was, so yeah, the concept of death is all screwy. Leave it to that lot to think of such things. People of Alexandria no longer forget the departed. They're being confronted with the idea of death for the first time. I suspect our friends wanted to do something for them. Thus, Sveen was but a simulacrum. She was nonetheless a pillar for her people. The pain of her passing must run deep. Yeah, I kind of killed her. I did that. You really want me walking back in there? Indeed, a funeral will give Alexandrians a chance to come together to express that grief, that they might overcome it. I wasn't sure of it at first, but I've decided to go, not only to be there for Gulul Jah, but to put this chapter behind us. Yes, I'm sure when we go there, it's going to be a nice, simple ceremony, and we will put this behind us, quote-unquote. Nothing will escalate, nothing will happen that will be bad. Everything's gonna go just as planned. That I requested your presence was none other to see if you wished to attend the funeral. You knew Sveen as well, after all. I punched her. Well, not her, but like a giant robot that she was inhabiting. Oh, he was talking to the twins. Yeah, no, I gotta go. I gotta finish the job at the funeral. Make sure she's dead. Take out anyone else who's still supporting her. Because you consider yourself responsible for her demise, I take it. But that's not the burden you bear alone. There were 7 other players in that raid, after all. Here's my idea. As vow, I'll attend the funeral as a representative of Tulia Lal. Meanwhile, you can go in a personal capacity to watch over the people as they mourn. I mean, now we're going to go with, okay, you're Tulia Lal, I'll go representing Eorzea, who we're all kind of allied with now, we're all kind of together in this. I feel the rest of us should go too, regardless of the reason. The fact remains that we deprived Alexandria of a beloved ruler. I hate to bring this up, but we deprived them of a beloved ruler because she was going to wipe out our universe to feed souls to her universe. I feel like that should be mentioned. We didn't do this maliciously, we did this because she was going to kill us. Then it's decided. Let's head to Solution 9 and look for Gulul Jah in the back room. Oh no, we're getting stuck to the back rooms? No. Like I said, nothing's gonna happen. Crossroads. Like I said, nothing bad is gonna happen. It's gonna be very wholesome. Gonna get some positive energy out, some positive healing. Solution 9 it is. While I am there... Do I have anything I can turn in right now? Oh, it's Tuesday. I gotta do a Chloe journal, too. My instinct was, I swear to God, my instinct was to do this and just immediately go Nexus Arcade. Because I go here so often just to turn in fucking tomestones for armor. Do I actually have anything I can turn in? I technically do. Do any of my classes need a artifact thingy? I could get you a wrist, actually I don't think I can give you a ring. I'll give you a neck. Light heavy folder, yes. Choker of Fending. Wait, what? Oh. I already had this. Alright, it's fine. Alright, we're good. Let's move on. Ah, there's that wonderful giant graphics card. Where does it want me to go, exactly? Still trying to figure this out. It wants me to go to... there. Oh, that's right, he's in the wild... not wild, I was gonna say wildfire. Jesus, Oblivion. I've been playing too much fucking Honkai Star Rail. Can I get in there from here? I think I can, because that dude just left. Yeah. Let me in. What's up, Bab? He's gonna be, like, running this place. Can we not give him some, like, slightly more, like, authoritative clothing? He's, like, wearing a potato sack. He's, like, literally going to be ruling this place. Ah, you came for the funeral? Of course. I'm the only one who will officially take part, though. The others will watch over the proceedings. So, how have you been? It's been a while since my last visit. I'm good. Shayla's always teaching me new things. Recently, I learned how to Everkeep systems in the mechanical soldiers. It's knowledge I'll need to use my authority properly. Studious as always, I see. By way of a treat, I brought you gâteau au chocolat. It's a kind of cake. I think you'll like it. Can lizards eat cake? Thank you, Lamati. And thank you for coming. I've never been to a funeral before, so I'll feel less nervous if having you here. Out of curiosity, what's the custom in Alexandria? In our world, it's common to offer flowers to the departed. Especially when you really can't think of anything else, and you're just like, look, I just want to, like, I feel like I'm obligated to be here. Here, have some flowers. Okay, I'm out of here. It's much the same here, according to records. Flowers will be distributed to all attendees. We bought them on the way here at the CVS. Really from the heart. Considering all the worlds used to be one, the practice of offering flowers may well share some ancient origin. Fascinating, wouldn't you say? Do I just want money? Not a lot of money. This is Vitality, Determination, Vitality, Determination. Yeah, that could be decent tank food. So, okay. Who's gonna interrupt the funeral and fuck everything up? Let's find out. We can't have nice things. Heavensward had, like, multiple of those where, like, everything seems like it's gonna be, oh, nope, that person showed up and fucked everything up. It was Anarchist Lady, then it was Estinian. The flowers are being handed out at Praxis Park. I'm thinking of heading over there now. Love this version of the Tantalus theme from 9. It's like a lot of stuff in Dawntrail. It's the smooth jazz version of a song. It's fucking brilliant. I love it. We'll join you. There's a man I want to speak with, Gossin. He apparently was Fiend's aide and the one who sent us the invitation. Okay, so this is the dude who's gonna fuck everything up. This is gonna be a coup from her former, like, ally or something. I am just... I don't know what update it's gonna be that this dude's gonna activate and make us relic weapons. I can't remember... it might be 0.2 or 3 that the weapon... Maybe 0.2 the relic weapons will start? I'm trying to remember what it was in Endwalker, because the relic weapons were tied to Hildebrand. So it might be 0.3 when you get the first set of relic weapons. Because I don't think 0.1 in Endwalker had enough Hildebrand that you got your first relic weapon. I think it was 0.2 or 3. Now, I doubt it'll be tied to Hildebrand again, but the timing usually works out about the same. Because I know a lot of people do not like the fact that it was tied to the Hildebrand questline because you had to do all of the questline for the whole game to get them. And a lot of people avoided that because it was optional. So I do think they probably won't do that again. They won't make it tied to an optional thing. Where the hell am I going here? Where is this? Oh, it's way up there, okay. There it is. Although this, if the Solution 9, you know, the ninth reflection of Geralt is our relic weapon dude, that would probably mean we're going to have very similar weapon aesthetics. That's the reason why I'm kind of curious what they're going to do for it. Because in Endwalker, we had the Manderville weapons, which definitely had a little sci-fi tinge to them. Are they going to do 2 relic weapon sets in a row? Because if we're getting our relic weapons from Solution 9, that would suggest that it's going to be tech-based and sci-fi-based again. I mean, it'll be a different look, but I am curious if they're going to go with that again. Because, I mean, yeah, the relic weapons in Endwalker, like, had a super crazy sci-fi look to them. Have I met this guy before? I don't think I've met this guy before. Why, I am Wuklamat of Tulialal. Thank you for extending us an invitation to Queen Svine's funeral. I don't like this guy's face. I don't trust this guy's face. We are honored, truly. I had seen you before from a distance, but never had the pleasure. I watched you while you slept. I'm Ghassan, former chief aide to the Queen. Since her passing, I've been responsible for administrating affairs of state. Yeah, and you don't want to give it up to a kid, so you're gonna fuck everything up. I get it. I get what we're doing here. Can we get our flowers here? Yes, Your Majesty. The flowers are being handed out over at the counter yonder, alongside the regulators. What? We need to wear regulators for the funeral? Rest assured, they are not a requirement. We're aware your people do not use them. You see, people in Alexandria of old wore tokens of mourning upon their persons when attending funerals. As such tokens were black, it would suggest we might wear regulators painted the same color. We've yet to be able to produce enough for everyone, but they're distributing them as we are distributing them as we are able. Okay, so weird thing that can influence your memories and wipe them, and also contain your soul if you die so that other people can use them. I don't see any risk in handing these out to everyone at the funeral to possibly pump in some false memories or ideas or mind control them. I see no issue with this. Yet, regulator or no, the important thing is we remember Queen Svine. Remember her and her kindness as you make an offering of your flower. I will. The proceeding will soon begin in the plaza. Please take your place once you have your flower. Yeah, this is gonna go well. See, now, if I had been advising Gulul here, I'd be like, small bab child, first declaration as king, take those stupid fucking hockey pucks off your head. These things are a liability that people can just hack your brain. We don't want that. Like, it's just so obvious that that could happen. We're just, like, off in the corner having a smoke. Yeah, no, I don't trust this dude.
今ここに集まった人々はそれぞれ違うふるさとを持っています。
Right.
ある者はアレクサンドリアが、またある者はトライオラが祖国でありました。その両者が出会い誕生したのが神聖アレクサンドリア連王国。若い世代にとってはこのように出自からして異なる我々が雷鳴が絶えず響く障壁内の限られた世界でなぜ共存してこられたのでしょうか。
Common purpose of absorbing an entire other world to keep your weird amusement park for people who were dead, but they're not really for them. It's for us, basically automatons using their memories. That common purpose, is that what we're talking about? It's gonna run like a hit piece during her own funeral. To be fair, they didn't know that plan. They ideals. Like Queensfiend herself, the actual person who died a long time ago, was, for all intents and purposes, for what we've seen, was an extremely kind, loving person to her people, and yes, she should be remembered. The weird computer-generated version of her that was just single-minded in wiping out our reality to feed her own, not as much. So I feel like you people should have already mourned the real one, you know, back when she originally died. And forget this one. This one was not real, kind of. Well, that's kind of the whole theme of that chapter of Dawntrail, is like, what makes you you? What makes you... Are you just your memories and your accomplishments and your thoughts? Is there something deeper there? Like, it's all about, like, yeah, like... And which ties in perfectly with the raid, where you have Prish and Alexal being like, did that motherfucker make me with all these false memories? Do I even exist? Like, that was very much the Act 3 of Dawntrail with Alexandria, was, yeah, what does it mean to exist? Can you just be a memory in a computer and be counted like that? Or is there some component of being alive that doesn't entail, despite the fact that, by all outward appearances, they appeared to be alive? It's interesting. It's very interesting concepts we're dealing with.
残念ながらスフェーン様は消え去ってしまわれた。しかしそれでも私たちは覚えています。彼女のことを。故に今は共に祈りましょう。古きアレクサンドリアの伝統に立ち返り、残されたものとして死者の眠りが安らかであるようにと。そして未だ心に残る彼女との思い出を胸に刻み、明日へと継承してゆこうではありませんか。
Okay, so far?
そうは言っても、この先どうすれば。
Okay, so far so good. He's just sad. That's fine. He can be sad. You can be sad, just don't fuck things up. Rock on. That's kind of cool. They put it on the Aetheryte. Flowers. It's cute. Yeah, their little salute is like the "and scene." Babchild. Then he trips trying to put it on there and everyone laughs at him. Why is he so stinking cute? He's so stinking cute. Why are Bab Lizards so frickin'... They're adorable. Her nails still bother me. It seems like she would just be cutting into her own hands constantly. Yeah, she was taken to a farm upstate where she's living very happy. I heard stinking cute. You talking about me again? Not unless you're a tiny lizard person. Which, to be fair, you know, can any of us really say we know, you know, the people... We think we know, you know, those closest to us, but do we really know everything about them? You could be a reptoid for all I know. How would I know? These are life's mysteries. Okay, that... I'm getting better at reading the, you know, reading chat comments in my head before I decide whether I'm going to read them out loud. But okay, you know what? That is a comparison. You definitely have a comparison to the character, yes. It's a good thing the final days aren't happening, otherwise this kid would fucking kill everyone around him. Well, what can I say, honey? God is cruel. Life is an uncaring mess. Enjoy Arby's. Was it better when you just forgot the person existed in the first place? No, that's where drugs come in. When I say Hillshire, you say Farms. Hillshire Farms. I mean that, yeah, I'll say that shit. Go meet. It's not even that bad. I can say that. Well, here's the immediate retraction to that statement. How are we going to do this without her? If she died and this was still all, like, based on your limiters or whatever the fuck you have on your heads, you would just forget she ever lived. So you would be going on anyway. You would just never even remember you had anyone who wasn't there for you anymore. So it's the ignorance is bliss concept of, like, the Matrix. Like, yeah, I'd just rather not know the truth and just, you know, bumble forward than know the truth and know that, oh, I may actually be in charge of my own actions now. But you see, history gives context. Knowing someone is dead and that they're no longer there for you means, okay, I guess we gotta step it up. If she died and you forgot about her, you wouldn't even realize, okay, we gotta step it up. Because you would never even remember that person ever did anything for this place. So it's the idea that, yes, there is pain involved, there is mourning, there is temporary discomfort. But having context for what comes before gives you that context to move forward. They were just always relying on their god queen to basically take care of all their problems.
荒野を歩いて渡るのは大変そうだが、それでも先行き不安なこの国よりは。
Journey, it's not that bad. We have a train. And once you, like, attune yourself to an Aetherite, you can just teleport. It's fun. Technically, we could have fucking Charlians get you to teleport there directly without needing to attune. You'll just be fucking sick for a while. It's fine.
あのさ、ヨカフイ族って部族の思想にこんな言葉があるんだ。人が死ぬのは肉体的な終わりを迎えた時じゃない。誰かの心から忘れ去られた時だって。ならスフェーンについてもそう考えられねえか。お前が覚えてさえいれば肉体や魂はなくても心の中で生きてても結局もう会えないんでしょ。
You have, like, recordings. People have fucking, like, TV and shit.
寂しくなるよ。
And trust me, you'll be figuring out deepfake technology, like, in no time. There'll be deepfake porn of her in, like, 3 days, trust me. Don't you worry. Everything's gonna be fine. Again, that's where the drugs come in.
悪い。別に押し付けるつもりはなかったんだ。お前らなりのやり方でいいからさ。スフェンのこと。
Well, Clement's basically just like, okay, kid, you're a lost cause. I'm not wasting any more time with you. You don't get it. Well, we ain't letting that kid legally own a gun.
やっぱりそう簡単には受け入れられねえよな。どうにかしてみんなが前向きになってくれたらいいんだけどよ。
I mean, this is the first major death they've ever experienced in their entire lives. I think we can give them a little bit of, like, time to, like, try to adapt.
死者に対する気持ちの整理もそうだけど、利用を失ったことによる。
Well, yeah, once they figure out everything's fine and, like, the world's not collapsing because their queen died, I think they'll be fine. They'll be like, oh, there's still wrestling on TV? Okay. I guess we're fine.
ああ、そのあたりも隣国として支えて。どうした？グルージョ。
Babchild, what I suggest is a mass public execution of every criminal you have. That'll get everyone together. Trust me, it's how kings have always done it in the past. Give them a good them to hate.
さっきの話。
I was gonna say gladiatorial contest, but you already have that in the Arcadian, so I guess you already have that.
覚えていないのってどっちが幸せなのかな。僕は父さんのことを覚えてる。
Well, to be fair, your father was Hitler,
名
so
前を聞いたりすると
when I think of my father, it doesn't hurt every time at all because my father wasn't Hitler. He was pretty cool. So when you think of your father, you're like, oh yeah, he murdered a lot of people. Yeah, I guess that you could probably look at that situation and be like, I don't like thinking about my dad.
スフェーン様だって同じだよ。思い出すたびもういないんだ。寂しいなって。けど母さんのことは何も知らない。知らないから寂しいって思うこともない。
Yeah, we have questions about that too. Who the hell was she? Who was Zerolja getting with? Are you a genetic experiment? We don't know yet.
覚えていたいけど、どっちが幸せかって言われたらわかんないよ。
I feel you are focusing on some of his negatives a little too much. You know, that's fair. That's fair. What did he do that was good? People looked up to him. Okay, unfortunately, that still puts him in the same vein as Hitler. Unfortunately, avid dog lover. You know, the guy. Yeah, he'd see like one of those service dogs. Like, I'm sorry, I just had to pet the dog. The dog's amazing. I gotta pet the dog. He did kill his evil Grand Vizier. Except, oh wait, we find out in the Alliance raid he didn't even do that right. The Vizier lived and is now fucking things up in like other universes, so that's fun. So he screwed that up too. Okay. He looked cool. Vegan, yes, he was a vegan. He really believed in the holistic health benefits of that. Very health conscious. He looked cool. That's all I can really give him. Now, granted, we saw him loved art. Maybe. Unfortunately, we don't really know a whole lot about Zeralja, like when he was growing up with Koana and Woklamat. Like, we don't know what kind of brother he was. We don't, well groomed. I mean, he's a lizard. He doesn't have any kind of hair or anything. He looked clean. He, you know. But yeah, I would be curious if we like got some kind of like flashback, even something maybe even like the Echo related. Like, seeing what he was like to grow. Like, was he ever at any point affectionate to his siblings? Like, was this something that happened more recently that he started kind of getting darker? Like, I would love to know that. Are you talking about a video game character? I'm talking about the... Oh, him! Yeah, okay. Yeah, art, yeah, he did love art. That is true. He wasn't very good at it, but he loved it. Yeah, well-groomed, the mustache. You can't... I mean, I can't argue with that part. Well, you say health conscious, but he was being shot up with so many, like, medications by the end. Like, he was barely, like, even there. But... yeah, I mean, I don't really... I'm not super comfortable starting to talk about the high points of history's greatest monster. Because, you know, unfortunately, when you're like, yeah, I mean, he liked art and he had a nice mustache, if you counterbalance that with genocide, it's like, well, okay, hold up. You had me going for like a little bit, and then you mentioned that, and it's like, okay, well, never mind. No, it's the scales are tipping in one specific direction now. No, technically, history's greatest monster is Jimmy Carter, as we know from The Simpsons. He's history's greatest monster. Yeah, we probably shouldn't be talking about whether or not the Queen and the despot who ruled over this place with an iron fist for 30 years, we probably shouldn't be talking about the high and low points of those people in front of everybody else. That's just the stragglers now. It's fine. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew there's gonna be something up here with the fucking brain pucks. It would not have closed in on that like that if that's not gonna... There's something going on here. Something going on here. I don't know what it's gonna be though, because it doesn't seem to be able to implant memories. It can remove them, but I don't think we've ever seen it able to actually like control someone's actions. Hey, Galulsha, do you really know nothing about your mother? Shale searched the system for information on residents, but the only Mamulja she found listed were my father and me. Even if she died and was erased from people's memories, she should have been there, but she wasn't. Well, that you're here means that she was here too, inside the dome. There can't be any other way about it. Do you want to know your mom? Like, I guess this is his choice. I mean, if he doesn't care, then... I think so. Even if it makes me feel sad, I want to know her. So I want to try looking again. And if I don't find anything this time, I'll give up. Well, you tried and you failed. So now you know the lesson of today is never try. I see. Well, that's what you want. That's the way to go about it. I'll try once, and if I don't succeed, I will just ignore it forever and just forget about it. Then I'll help you. I like to help as well. I believe I speak for the others too. You put words in my mouth. I can't bother you with this. You already came for the funeral. We came out for the funeral, but to see whether all was well in Alexandria. We're not about to leave just yet. Besides, in seeking to learn about your mother, we're bound to learn about your father as well. By retracing the steps of this man who kept his own counsel, we may gain knowledge that will serve the people of Alexandria. Actually, he literally, not only was he Hitler, at the end there, he was Mecha Hitler. Like, literally. Alright, thank you, everyone. He, like, literally had, like, robot parts. Alright. So, how do we go about this? In search of the past. Assuming neither memory nor records of Galulja's mother remain, we must cast as wide a net as possible. I suggest we split into groups. And do what exactly? If her memory was erased from the whole big magic computer, we can't ask anyone because no one will have that information, because they have all forgotten. If you could make inquiries outside of the outskirts, the rest of us will do the same in Solution 9. We would have to find someone who was alive when Zaralja got here, never put on the puck, and happened to know what the king was doing and who he was with. I guess, unfortunately, like what you're dealing with. We have to deal with people who never had the friggin' thing on their heads. Yes, middle-aged people who are over 30. Oh, you have a puck on your head. You're probably useless to me. So I've never heard of a Mamul-Jah woman living in these parts, much less one connected to Zaralja. I might have better luck talking to people over at Tanawatan settlement in the north of Everkeep, in a place called... Uiawata. What's this about? The resilient son won their loyalty when he saved them from some crisis or another, or so the story goes. If I remember correctly, the chief's name was Kaneloka. Okay. That actually was more helpful than I thought. Let's see what I get. Yeah, behemoth, alright. Woo! There is someone over here. How would this person know anything? Do you have a puck on your head? You do. Are you looking for a Mamul-Jah woman? Oh, Galul-Jah's mother. I can't help you there, I'm afraid. Only thing I know about Zaralja, and I only know a little about Zaralja, and even then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cut us off from the outside world, a Taral Vidral had appeared and was terrorizing the region. In response, Zaralja assembled a party of warriors, and with them confronted and felled the beast. It was interesting to hear of a king's feat in the past. Huh. Okay. So something like Villa Garmanda was here too. Interesting. Where is last person? Again, I'm gonna bring this up every frickin' time I have a quest like this, where I'm trying to find like one person in this big like zone. The way that some other games have done it, and I know one of them is, I think what Elder Scrolls Online may have done it, but I know Warframe does it. Where if you have something like this, where there's a circular zone, like this orange zone I'm supposed to find someone in, the longer you're in it without finding it, it will start to, like, compress, and the circle will get smaller and close in on where exactly the thing you're looking for is. I love that. Because, like, the game is eventually like, okay, you're just not fine. Okay, look in this exact spot. You'll get it. Because you would think I should be able to see this thing. Whoever this person is. There they are. The Mulja woman? Their people have never been a common sight around here. The last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down overhead. She was among the entourage of Landsguard that was dispatched here. I assume they all returned to Talia Lal after their mission. But if any remained, I suppose they could have been trapped here with the rest of us. Okay, so it could have been part of the Landsguard, which Zerulja would have had associations with because he was the head of it for a while. Okay, so okay. That might be where he met this person. Interesting. Where's Backroom again? Neonstein. Let me in. Gulujah's... Oh god, I missed that. With everyone's help, hopefully we can get somewhere this time. So I spoke with quite a few different people as well. Let's combine all our findings and see what conclusions we might draw. And, No. I'm not reading that. So Zerulja brought a retinue of Landsguard to Yasalani, among whom was a female Mulja. His mission was to rid the region of Tural Vidral, and I believe it's safe to say, I believe it's safe to say that was the crisis in Ueyawata that he resolved. And some of his troops stuck... If I can speak, I swear to God. If some of his troops stuck around long enough, perhaps to assist the villagers in the recovery efforts, they could have gotten trapped in the dome. We also heard stories about a settlement in Ueyawata. People lived there until nearly a decade ago. Zerulja made regular visits. Okay, so he was stooping one of the people there, okay. If he required secrecy, a location home to his most loyal followers would be ideal. If this Mulja woman had remained there, they would have had an occasion to come in contact. I just look over at chat and I immediately just start doing the Simpsons, like, collar pull. I see, but what could Zerulja have been doing in that village? What do you mean, what was he doing in that village? He was stooping the female Mulja. I think we can answer that question. In order to retrace Zerulja's steps, Raha and I decided I spoke with a researcher who worked in orogenics. Actually, that's true. If she never ever put on a puck herself, she may never have been included in the whole memory system. And if they were all out of the way, no one would have seen them to begin with. So, okay, that's how they stayed out of there. All I'm gonna say is if you wrote a book, I'd read it. Well, I have good news for you, my friend. Or bad news, depending on how you look at it. He said that approximately 20 years ago, a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility outside Everkeep. per the king's direct order. This is the first I've heard of such a facility. Only Vanguard was believed to have been under the king's jurisdiction. It was apparently being used to develop a new kind of weapon. Of course it was. But I'm afraid that was all we could learn. It's plenty to go on. Even if the work there is classified, any materials and equipment needed would have been manufactured within Everkeep. So if we look into transportation records... Well, yeah, they would have had to have moved something from one place to another at some point. There it is. The routes are full of detours and attempts of obfuscation. Obfuscation, yeah. What's going on? Fucking outside. It's coming through the mic, right? There's some weird noise coming outside. Anyway, the routes are full of detours and attempts at obfuscation, but large deliveries are made to Yabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-do. Far too large for a mere village. There's been inactivity for years, though. It's likely the facility's been decommissioned. Do you think that's where my mother was? I can't say for certain just yet, but I reckon there's a good chance. We just go there and we find a skeleton. This is amazing. Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure out all... figure all this out. Yeah, we kind of just asked some people and made some logical, like, conclusions based on the fact that we were told these things by people. Literally right outside. You were living in that area, Gulja. This is why children are not our future. They're all idiots. Each piece of the puzzle may reveal a little on its own, and when we put several together, the picture begins to form. And even should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before. A lesson I learned in another life. So we'll be investigating the secret facility in Yabba-dabba-do then. I'm just giving up trying to pronounce some of these things. And this time, I want you to come along, Gulja. Why are we bringing him to a potentially dangerous secret lab where they were making a super weapon? Why are we bringing the child to crazy sci-fi mad scientist lair? Yuiwata is on the other side of the lake. To get there, you'll need to take a hover cargo from the drift downs. I can fly a dragon. Alright, thank you, Shale. Come, child. We will throw you at the threats in front of us. Like, what part of our history in this business other people like Alice and Alphino and Wooklamat, maybe less Wooklamat because we've known her a shorter amount of time, but Kryl, any time there is some abandoned research facility, it is never a good thing. There is always something shady and weird and horrible going on there. Why are we bringing the child? And there's a dungeon right there. Shocker. Oh, actually, no, hold on. No, I should be doing this random. It's just force of habit. I'll take Okami. I'll always take Okami. Oh, that's that thing in the... Yeah, that thing. I was like, that's gonna be a dungeon at some point, I guarantee you. Because, I mean, you look at it and it's like, there can't be nothing here. This can't be here, like, for no reason. Alright, so we get dungeon. I will be curious to see how this dungeon compares to, like, the mechanics of the raid. And granted, it is a 24-man raid. The mechanics can be very intense. But I'm curious, because dungeon, like, dungeon difficulty in this expansion was also pretty high, as far as the complexity of the fights. So the hover cargo will take us across the lake. I've never been over there before. It's still inside the dome, so I expect it'll be... I don't expect it to be too different from here. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. You follow when it's safe to do so, alright? Alright, be careful, everyone. I mean, we could have cleared it out before we even brought him. We could have, like, done some scouting, made sure it's going to be safe for a child. Not to mention, kind of the fucking child, Okay, we can do this. Who do I want here? Yeah, we'll have the Baldessian school with us this time. As much as I like the twins have been in the party, like, the last 3 expansions. Yeah, we'll give Kryl and Graha. Let's do this. Hold on. What do you... Hold on. What mean? What mean? Something is noticeably low. What a momento. I'm just gonna go repair my gear. Oh, I never repaired after the raid. And we died a lot in that raid. Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, we wiped a lot of times during that raid. Oh yeah, my gear's probably fucked. Hold, please. Where is repair person? Gemstone trader, drunkmonger, mender. There you are. Oh, Jesus! Everything is, like, close to 30 or below. We'll just repair everything else, just to... Okay! That was good. Not that it would have been that big a deal, I mean... Okay. Game on! Alright. Let's do this. I do like giving Kryl some time in the party just because there were so many expansions she probably should have, like... She was a big part of Endwalker. I mean, I get it in Shadowbringer, she wasn't in the first with us. But, like, she's been, like, a member of the Scions for a while, and she's never really been, like, combat, like, able. Even though, in-game, she absolutely was. Like, in plot, like, she's a mage. She can do a lot of stuff. Alright, let's do this. Father must have come here for a reason. Well, he came here because he wanted to get him some strange. Throwing Hadoukens out. Because, like, you know, when you think monk, you think, like, D&D monk. Which, actually, D&D monks have, like, key blasts and stuff, too. Or, like, in a lot of, like... Final Fantasy games, monk or martial artist was just, they use like nunchucks sometimes, and they do a lot of raw damage without needing a lot of equipment. In this game, it's like, no, you know, you're Ryu. You're a fucking fighting game character. You throw out Hadoukens, you do like friggin' flash kicks, and like Tatsus and shit. Like, no, you are absolutely a Street Fighter character, which I appreciate. Fighting games are still probably my favorite genre. I don't know when the boss is. I'd kind of like to keep... Yeah, I'll hold on to my last charge of, Festival Blitz for the boss. Oh, we got a ways to go. I can just burn it. That is kind of the thing that one of the, like, beginner, like, oh, you're starting out in FF14. What are some things you should know? What I just said, don't do. I'm just gonna hold on to this until the boss, like, no. There's a reason why the cooldowns on almost everything are so short for a lot of your buffs and things. You're meant to just use them when you need to use them. Don't worry about, oh, but the boss is... You'll get it before the end of the boss fight. It's fine. Like, you don't never think about, oh, I should save... No, just use it when you get it. Now, there are exceptions, but, like, for the most part, yeah, just use it. It's fine. Like, case in point, being a tank, burn those mitigation abilities. Just burn them. Now, don't use a whole bunch at once. Use them one at a time, but, like, every pull, yeah, use at least one. And during boss fights, use almost nothing. You generally don't need it for boss fights unless you get hit with Tank Buster. Otherwise, yeah, just rotate your mitigation. Use them when you have them. You're fine. The only role I am not super experienced with in this game is healer. But I can, in a pinch. But, yeah, the general rule for DPS is always be casting. Like, even if, like, you screwed up your rotation, just keep doing buttons. Keep hitting buttons. Always be attack doing something. And for tanking, it's... get the enemy's attention. Throw some AoEs out just to keep their attention. Throw, you know, some mitigation out. But really, this is not like it was when I was tanking in WoW back in the day. And, like, it was difficult to maintain aggro. Especially if you had, like, a really good group of DPS. They could pull aggro from you pretty easily. Which is why it was so stressful playing as a tank. I was constantly afraid of losing aggro. In this game, if you sneeze at an enemy, they hate you for the rest of their lives. Doesn't matter what the DPS do, doesn't matter what the healer does. If you hit a high aggro move on an enemy, they will never not be attacking you. Which I know some people don't like because they say it makes tanking seem less active. I love it because it makes tanking way less stressful. And you still have to know the fight. You still need to know what things to avoid and whatnot. That thing looks fucking cool. Lindblom Zagna. Oh, okay, we're doing more 9 stuff. That's the fucking... Is that the fucking thing? Hold up, hold up. That's the, yes, it is, I think. Is that the thing that was in the, Yes, the Festival of the Hunt in Lindblom. That's so freaking perfect. Yeah, so you go to Lindblom in Final Fantasy IX, and they're doing a hunt. Think of it like the running of the bulls, but instead of a bull, it's this fucking thing, and people basically have to try to kill it, because, you know, if they don't, it'll probably do a lot of proper damage. But, and the best part of that is you can actually, like, because it's you, Freya, and Vivi competing. And if you, like, decide not to, like, do much, Freya will generally win by herself. If the two of you team up against it, you can actually intentionally lose that fight so that Vivi wins. Like, you can basically throw the fight. I can't remember what you get. I think you get some cards if Vivi wins. And unfortunately, the card game in 9 was garbage, so it's not that big a deal. If it had been Triple Triad, I would have been like, yeah, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, I should probably be, like, doing my rotation. Okay, so AoE, normal. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay, we're going back. Gosh. Okay, there's a lot going on right now. Yeah, this is very busy. What the frick is happening? Okay, yeah, that's normal. I'm gonna assume we kill this thing. Oh shit. Okay, so if those come up, we have to make sure they stay down. Yep, okay. What do you think you're doing? Not so bad, actually. This fight's not so bad. Very active, certainly. Okay, I see. That's where... Okay, the AoE is going to be centered on that. Oh, I see what's happening. He's grabbing the big crystal, and he's throwing it to another part of the arena, where it's going to go off again. Okay, I get it. I get it. Throw a bloodbath on, just to give myself a little extra healing. That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad at all, actually. I want to see what Hat of Healing. These are 705. Okay, so nothing too great as far as. Of course, it doesn't show up on a Rothgar. Why would a hat show up on a Rothgar? They said they were going to get better at that. So the facility is still here. What kind of research did they do here? The research they were doing here, this is the left Twix factory. They were at war with the right one. This is where they were developing the left Twix, though. While His Majesty Zeralja is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast's soul to a person's body, safety and ethical concerns have ensured no earnest attempts have been made to date. Yet our king believes there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man, and so he has ordered us to make his concept a reality. He could bolster our military might and break through into the outside world if our research will further its ambition. Perhaps it is worth pursuing. Okay, so this is where they developed the whole beast soul idea. Okay, yeah, Wook, you probably should have taken point on this one. Well, they would think that'd be more common knowledge, because this is something they've been using for a while. You would think they would know where it was initially developed. Unless this is a situation where, like, he just kind of comes out and is like, yeah, so we got this new technology, you can, like, get a cool monster's soul and be really strong. And they're like, oh, cool. Where was that developed? And he's like, don't worry about that. Mind your business, that's where it was developed. My guess is because it involved some shady shit. Our bodies are fragile vessels. Although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the soul of a beast yields mixed results. Even when stripped of memories, a feral soul can induce psychological instability in the subject. I suspect this is because primal instincts remain, and while a certain amount of bestial ferocity is expected, and I dare say welcomed, to many, such souls can lead to physical mutations. For now, our objective is to determine the threshold beyond which a body is at risk of uncontrollable mutation. Neat. Oh, Zambies. Yeah, okay. Okay. This makes sense. It's the Umbrella-style lab, I get it. Want a surprise crossover, have Wesker be the final boss of a dungeon. Now that would be surprising. Also, I just want to point out, there's still some bodies in there. They still got some bodies in there. So, you know. There's that. Kid, what part of Stay Behind Us do you not understand? Sir. Little monsieur. Oh, shit. Oh, that's a giant corpse. It's an Ogren. Or a Plague Ogren. Is that a giant... He's got like a paper bag, like a... Not a paper bag. Like a sack over his head. This is like RE4 shit. El Gigante. Always liked when FF14 got a little bit into body horror. They had a lot of that in Shadowbringers. And especially in the, well, not the whole of the weapon storyline, but like a Ruby weapon, definitely. Had some body horror elements there. Research note. The rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. We've experimented with fiends of greater power, but mutations were observed after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated than poor Atticus. His body was altered irreparably. He lost all capacity for rational thought. I'm sorry, Vankman, but I'm terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought. While the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of a Tural Vidral, I struggle to see a path forward. An alternative approach must be considered. That's what they were trying to do. This wasn't just, oh yeah, we figured out how to do the whole beast soul thing. They were trying to put something like Villagarmonda into someone. Yeah, great idea. Although, to be fair, Zeralja wanted it for himself, basically. It's like, no, not just anyone's gonna take a Tural Vidral. I'm going to get it. That's the point you guys are missing. Yeah, you're right, people normally wouldn't be able to handle it. That's why I'm gonna do it. Yeah, so far, from what I'm watching on the XSplit feed, yeah, it's recording much cleaner now. So I don't know if it was a combination of the fact that I was technically using... It's a large man. I don't know if it was the overlay or it was the fact that it wasn't capturing properly. Like, I had to screen capture instead of capturing the game itself. I figured out how to get that fixed. So it's one of the two things. And so, you know what? It's working right now. I'm not going to touch it. If the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain feral souls, what if we were to reverse the process by purging a beast of its memories and infusing it with a man's soul? One still possessed of its own memories, we stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. My subordinate who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. Must appear so okay. So they were like, okay, so it's not working. You put a monster soul in some dude, he's gonna transform into a monster and go nuts. What's the alternative? What if we take our brain and put it in a monster? That'll solve everything. Well, it looks like everything went very well for you. Oh, they're Ghost Rider. They're Wheelchair Ghost Rider. Oh, this is like a reskin of that boss from one of the Weeping City of Mock raids. What the fuck is his name? It was the one where you need to step in the bad place. Like, he put, like, goop stuff on the ground, and usually you avoid those, but for him, you had to get a debuff from them. Okay, hi. Oh, we're doing Villagarmonda shit now? Okay. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. But very clever reskin. Looks like fucking Faust from Guilty Gear, actually. I love that. Oh, we have very little room to move around here. What the fuck are we supposed to do here? Have a little heal, everybody. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, not so much this way. Yep. Okay. That sucked. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, we're good. I can't give you any help there, Whoop. Sorry. Up to here. Okay, we're doing this again. Nope, that was not where I wanted to be. Jesus Christ. And the Riddle of Earth. Gonna eat that. Oh, thank God we killed him. Okay. Actually, I mean, it's only 705. I'm sitting on like 720 gear. It is level 100, which actually means it's completely useless because I can get 710 for free. Well, not for free, but I can have someone in the I know people in the FC that can make me 710 gear for like for aiming, for example. If I get machinist up to 100, I could get a whole set of 710 gear just made. So it's like, yeah, it's not a huge deal. That it says sprightly stone over that thing over there. That's not a stone. That is like a weird pulsating thing. Point that out. That's like a cocoon. That's what that shit is. So, okay. I'm starting to see what's going on. That's why this was abandoned. Not because they're the ones who figured out how to do the Beast Soul thing, but because they went in a really weird direction and fucked up. And Zaralja was like, you know what? We're just gonna... I think we're gonna give this to a different team of people. Maybe some who are slightly less psychotic. And we're just gonna shut this down and we're gonna pretend this never happened. Okay, yeah. This is all normal. It is normal. Strangely normal for the kind of things that we've seen before. Very sprightly, these things. Let's go regular moveset now. Yeah, it's normal. Oh, I see a giant glowing ball of death. that 11, I think, is 11 the best materia we have? I think 12 might be. I mean, this armor set I have right now is pretty much fully materiaed out, so we're doing pretty good with that. This is basically the set I was bringing into Extreme, so shit. Punching rocks. We're Chris Redfielding it. Oh, jeez. Again, the only problem with Monk, I have no ranged attack. If I have to get the out of the way of an AoE, I ain't gonna be doing much for a second. Which is technically what Six-Sided Star is for. But it has to be both off cooldown, and I have to be able to, like, remember to smash it right before, like, and still have time to get out of the AoE. That's the tricky part. Oh. That buff that gives? Oh, nothing apparently. Oh, someone else gave me a buff. Okay. I was gonna say, because the buffs from Twin Fangs and Demolish have been completely reworked, so I wasn't sure what 4-Point Fury was giving me. Alright, boss. Let's see what it is. Is it that first beast thing they made? It's a giant rabbit. Linipiati. This looks like a fucking... Oh god, what am I thinking of here? Like... This would be like the Velveteen Rabbit as made by Tim Burton back in like the Beetlejuice and like Edward Scissorhand and like that era. That's something he'd make. All right. Meditation, get form shift. Let's do it. We'll figure it out. We're doing it live. Okay, hold up. Okay, it's half an hour. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Okay. And then they're going to jump to new areas. Yep. Okay. So you have to figure out which zone isn't going to have a weird poop snake going through it. I think we're good here. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That hurt a little bit. Okay. Yep, this is a ruby weapon. Straight up ruby weapon! I'm just gonna follow Graha. That's okay. That's okay. I got tagged, but we're okay. Oh, Lord. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Oh! Oh, that's just a hole. That's a hole now. That is where hole lives. There wasn't a hole here. There is now. Okay. Okay, fine. Oh, that's how we play it. Okay. I guess we started. About this. You know what I should be doing? This is one of those things I don't actually really need, but I should be in the habit of popping food whenever... I don't need the experience, but it's one of those things I should be in the habit of, because I sometimes forget, even going into an extreme, to pop my buff food. Oh shit, I pressed that twice, damn it. It's fine. Fucked up my opener. Nope. Not at all what I wanted to do. Okay. I'm just gonna stand on Freelay's face. That sounded wrong. Okay, I said Freelay, it's Kryl. But okay, here's the thing. In Japanese, it sounds like they're saying Krele, even though apparently in the English it is straight up Kryl, which is what I always called her in Final Fantasy V. Whenever I played it back in the day. So it's nice to know I was right. It is Kryl. Get over here. Similar to how, while I was playing Dawntrail, I wasn't sure if it was Sphene or Safen, because the Japanese voice actors, oh jeez, clearly say Safen. But then as it turns out in English, no, it is Sphene. Oh, we doing this. Okay, we getting chased, okay. Okay, this fight is nuts. Jesus. I can't faint. Sonic Howl, I'm assuming is just gonna be an AoE. Yep, no big deal. Oh, he's doing it again, cool. Can we maybe get the center of our stage back? So I don't accidentally fall into it? Oh jeez, this again. Okay, they're going this way now. Hi, take a punch. Oh, this is gonna be tight. Shit. think we got it now. I'm pretty sure there's not really anything he's going to be able to do to stop us now. He's going to do the AoE next. And we might be able to kill him before he even does it. Yep, got him. It's kind of a little close with the limit break, but you know, we're fine. We killed a jackalope. Wow, okay, a bunch of garbage I don't want. Healing, casting, and aiming. The 3 classes I generally don't play. I need fending or any of the melees, and I would have been happy. Although I'm curious to see what like the outfits look like. Because I don't know if those were from a previous dungeon set. Yep, that's a rabbit, alright.
獣はゾラージャ兄さんが討伐したって話だったけど、バリガルマンダみたいに
Okay, so this wasn't like
封印しただけだったんだな。
someone's brain put into it. They were basically doing experiments with this thing after he like sealed it.
あの施設では人間の魂と記憶を魔物に移す研究をしていたようね。
Yeah, kind of weird.
わざわざこんな僻地に研究施設を置いたのはこのトラルビドラールを利用するためだった。
Oh, yeah.
もちろん封印した当時には思いもよらない利用法ではあったはずだけど。
No, he just imprisoned it for fun. Technically, that's what Viper's jobs are. To take out these things. Oh! What did I say? We might get some echoes and see what Zeralja's been up to. See if he ever at any point had any redeeming qualities.
というわけで人格の崩壊を防ぐため人の魂の方を獣の体に移したいのです。
Zeralja's just like, that sounds really stupid. Why would you do that?
その方法なら
No, of course not. He would be like, ooh, that's interesting. Can I do it?
理論上はまずは通常の魔物で実験を行いますが、ゆくゆくは強大な力を意のままにできるかと。
そうして魂を捧げた者はどうなる？
人に戻れるわけでもなし、必要な犠牲と割り切るしかないでしょうな。その分機械兵などよりも多くの戦果を期待できますよ。
いいだろう。ならば早急に
Yes, recruit with 16 quotes. Some volunteers with 16 quotes.
かしこまりました。それでは私は上の観測所へと戻ります。
Oh, is this the mom? We get the mom?
承認したのですね。彼の計画を。
Yes, Mamulja woman. Sorry, I never learned your name.
今後はカニロッカの下につけ。
Tishilja.
お前は幽霊隊の中でも腕の立つ呪術医だった。その見識が実験に役立とう。加えて奴自身を監視する必要もある。
Wait, if this is the mom, she does have a puck, so her memory would have been transferred to the thing.
真実だけを俺に告げろ。 実験に反対か？よもや任務を果たせないとでも？
いいえ。障壁の中で生きていくにせよ、外に出ようとするにせよ、強い力は必要不可欠です。頼れるもののない私たちは多少強引な方法を使ってでもそれを獲得しなければならない。
Good. Tell him exactly what he wants to hear.
ですから命令はお受けいたしましょう。代わりに実験が軌道に乗ったら報酬をいただけないでしょうか。
何を望む？
Yo, dick!
トライオラでは手に入らないと思っていたものです。あまりに遠くにあって求めることすら諦めていた。ですが今ならこの場所でならあと数歩で触れることができる。
Okay, you're looking a little obsessive there. Red flag.
見合う成果を収めたなら何であれ
Wait, was I right?
持っていくがいい。俺が求めるものは障壁の中にない。ここではお前の望む報酬がこの場にあるというのなら。
You're really good at reading signs there, Zerelja. Really kind of just right over the head, huh?
Oi, 大丈夫か?
Yeah, sorry, I stroked out for a minute. You know that happens sometimes. Get some visions. Excuse me. So, Golulja, your mom may have been a simp for Zerelja.
その人が
Yeah, she may have been a little bit of an obsessive fan, maybe a little parasocial thing going on here. But I'm sure she was a very nice lady.
スカーツの奴らが言ってた通り、ヤスラに荒野にはマムージャ族がほとんど住んでなかったんだ。ドームの出現に巻き込まれた女性が何人もいたとは思えねえ。
Yeah.
ならやっぱり停車所がそうなのか。
カニロッカは去り際に上の観測所と言っていたのよね。あの施設の上層にそういう場所があるのだとしたら、停車所さんに関する情報も見つかるかもしれないわ。
よし、行ってみようぜ。
Okay, curiouser and curiouser. I wish I could see into the past like you, then I could see people who are gone. Because there aren't any other Mamulja women here. For a long time I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. But when I visited Tulialal and saw some, I was finally able to picture her in my mind, and one day, I hope I could see what she actually looked like as well. Well, considering they only have one model for Mulja women, it's pretty much going to look exactly like that. Tenacity, piety, skill speed. I'm going to do skill speed. While we discern the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of it that remain might offer us greater insight into what came of it. Let's take a look around, for information as well as a way to the upper level. Now we just get to do some exploring. This is cool, just being able to, like... I mean, you can do exploratory versions of dungeons and just run through the whole dungeon without enemies. You just kind of, like, take pictures or just wander. I wonder if this is going to be something they're going to do more often, because they did say, oh, by the way, the whole thing with the raid is Juneau will be also a little mini area you can run around in if you want to just, like, look around and take pictures and whatnot. So I wonder if they realize, like, yeah, people really do want to just go into cool locations and just look around and take screenshots. Pretty sure I could break through an iron gate. A lift can be seen behind the wrought iron gate. As sturdy as it appears, the gate will likely resist attempts to force it open. A security panel nearby, perhaps a verification key will open the way. I am the warrior of light. Have you seen the gods that I've beaten to death with my bare hands? You tell me how that gate is gonna keep me out. Ooh. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write. Can write good, yes? I am good. Very good. Itchy Tasty? Is it going to end up with Itchy Tasty? Getting hard to control strength. Today, bit offhand feeder. Cannot help it, so strong. Hungry, always hungry. Cannot control eat. I must eat. Am eater, must eat. Yeah, literally, they just... they literally, like, that's like a super good... Like, because Itchy Tasty is the best document in any survival horror game. Like, as far as, like, records and, like, journals and stuff in, like, every kind of game, there's so many. Like, you always find them to round up the... Itchy Tasty is the best one ever because it just shows so perfectly the transition of, oh, kind of feeling off, to zombie. And how that, like, changes the person's mind over the course of several days. It was so fucking good, but that was also good. Just like, yeah, just slowly losing the ability of, your cognitive abilities. Like, you're still there, you can still think and write, but you're just losing a lot of, like, the outside edges. The finer details are kind of, like, breaking down, and it's kind of just very simple ideas now. Until eventually it's just eat. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergencies. You dig deeper. You find the tranquilizing gas, and it gasses you. And find a verification key. Perhaps you can use it to open the gate. Out of the way, Red Alphano. I mean, to be fair, Kryl probably could have, like, fit through these bars. She's tiny. She could have unlocked it from the other side. Seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. I want to, like, talk about what these stains are on the ground. Like, this is like concrete. something really good in there. What part of stay behind us, small bab child? Did you not understand? Yes, run head first into what could explode. So this is the observatory. Didn't expect it to be similar. I didn't, yeah, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Villagarmanda. Oh, this is where they were holding the thing we just killed. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure the monitoring can continue, even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies, related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Gululja's mother. I think I can use this terminal. Shale taught me how. This is gonna be a fucking Jurassic Park moment when, like, the girl just, like, knows exactly how the computer system works. Now, granted, in the book Jurassic Park, there's a reason why a kid could be able to, like, mess around with the system, and also why the system failed. The whole point of the book was that Hammond was a villain. He was a entrepreneur who cut costs everywhere, and that's why the park was so dangerous. That's why he had only one tech guy who ended up betraying them. Because he was not vetting anything. He was like, yeah, no, the whole spare no expense thing was a joke. Whereas in the movie, they're like, no, he really did. It just, he meant well. In the book, it's like, no, this guy's an asshole. He absolutely was cutting corners and endangering everybody. There's so much data. I don't know what we should look at. Name registry, maybe? And perhaps we can narrow down the search by just inputting the name Tishalja. I brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Tishalja, Administrator of Experimental Treatments, Research Logs. This sounds good, doesn't it? Sure. Chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to get through it all. Just call up Sid. They'll take care of it. Then let us take it with us to the back room and have Shale analyze it. Agreed. Alright, I'll transfer it to the storage device I brought. A cool, like, scene. Like, that shot, like... You wonder, like, what video game directors do. I mean, these days, they do, like, stuff like that. Like, that was a nice shot. From behind all the terminals, like, almost like a dolly shot. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn a lot about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for both of us. I learned he may have had a fucking fangirl. Who may have, you know, had a weird sex shrine to him in her room, and probably one of those weird, creepy Japanese sex pillows. Well, not sex pillows, hug pillows, you know. Dakimakura, whatever they're called. You know she had one of those of Zeralsha. God damn it, that probably exists, doesn't it? Someone's probably already made that. And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let us deliver the data to Shale. Well, they'd be curious about the contents if we hadn't just gone through and murdered every single living thing inside the building. Let's be fair here. Oh, actually, I assume I'm going right back to... Yep. Solution 9. Welcome back. Gululja has already given me the storage device. There looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Alice and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. The mood had us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I finish my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. Critical hit, agility, critical hit, vitality, speed, spell speed, fuck that. Determination, vitality, critical hit, that could be nice. Fruit and aloe jelly. That sounds delicious, actually. Yeah, I'll probably go with that. Alice isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of Tirali remember a time before that we were dependent on the Sol system, but even they're unsettled, and wondering aloud if they'll have a chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason, too. The journey home won't be as easy for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving for Tiral, ones who with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tulialal. My brother's doing all he can to see that the Zaktiral Railroad restored to operation. Oh, the train's not working yet. Oh, that's a problem. So that people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. In the lightning fields. Even so, the railroad would make things slightly easier. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for a visit, Kwana seems reluctant to make promises. It's not new. While Shale's working on the data, we can go and see the state of it for ourselves. Do we get to go hang out with the trolley people? To Shalamani Station, then. I'll make sure to keep Kwana informed. Awesome. Hell yeah. Get to hang out with the alternate versions of the trolley people. The ones whose lives haven't been horribly depressing. Right there. Alright. Is it this building or the next building? I think it's this building. Yeah, it's the big train building. Yeah! Love these people. Vow of Resolve and Kilrath Akangi to boot. What can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tiral that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on its way here to take stock of the situation. Huh. Scratch the on his way. Looking good. Oh, Jesus. Do we just keep piling on after he saw his mom again? No, I'm gonna be nice. As the guild ship has officially approved my transition from gleaner to independent contractor, I was in need of more befitting attire. But you still have the back-breaking backpack that you never take off. Like, you were gonna have back problems, my friend. You heard about the railroad, too? It was in part for my sake that the original Dawnblazer was sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assist with its replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lamati has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawnblazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we're back to our original problem. How to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants. Oh, who gives a shit about the inhabitants? That is the Ranik. Though the Hetsaro that follow them are none too pleased about the Hetso being spooked by the noise of the locomotives either. Look, the train comes by so often you barely even notice it. The solution I've devised is to quieten the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. The Ranik will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. That's what you have cow catchers for. Or Ranik catchers in this case. And I suppose we can't just blow a whistle at them. That'll panic them and put them off their grazing again. Weren't the rail routes plotted to avoid the Ranik's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd they're getting so close to the first place. The Renique's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I am not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of that place for their insight. As a major opponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter, and I too would like to hear what the Hitsaro would have to say about it. They are the ones most affected, after all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Huato. Huato? Hey, Annie! The rest of you can accompany us to the Hitsaro encampment if you like. You get the hyperdrive parts, I get the pod racer, you get Annie, I get the mother. But then if you win, you get this, and I get the parts. Where are they're this direction? How far are they in that direction? Oh, we're just gonna warp. Fuck that shit. Fuck that noise. Alright, Wada, what do you got for us? I don't know if I can do a Wada voice for this whole thing. Vow of resolve, vow of reason. I bid you welcome to our camp. I don't think this is the voice I gave him last time. But that was months ago. But what brings you all the way to Mezabababadaba? I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the Dawntrail Railroad. My throat already is rebelling against me. Hold on, I have water. Okay. You two have noted the Renique's unexpected changing behavior then, yeah? My son, Geppetto, has been looking into this matter. Geppetto, introduce them to Pinocchio. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. You're not doing that anymore. Normally, we'd expect the Renique to keep their favorite grounds nearby for a while yet. Despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in, you know, that place and that other place. Yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonable migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hitsaro would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am a Hitsaro descendant. My parents traveled with the Renique as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration. One of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle, I am forced to assume. Yeah, just shit on their lifestyle, it's fine. That's a good way to make friends. A chance encounter with a kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me a trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stall keeper in Tuliala's markets, and that's where the Dawn Servant found and adopted me. I'd already been in the palace some time when Lamatye came to join us. Like me, she was cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Truly, I never heard the Renique choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision. Take little Annie, for example. Nor any Hitsaro willing to leave their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstance. I'm sounding, actually, this is less Watto and more Strongbad. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might be able to might better make excuses for their actions never really appealed to me much. But if they had a reason, wouldn't you want to know? Even if it might help you better understand the Renique's current behavior. Appeal to his brain. There's a brain boy. As is often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with Hitsaro may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would, nevertheless, see me repeat past mistakes, and to refuse to learn of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor Dawn servant indeed. Please, teach me of the Ranique and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. I'm gonna just go strong bad. I'd be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. How do you type with boxing gloves on your hands? Will you learn of that Sara culture with me? I should like to approach this with a fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know whether I am doing it correctly. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ranique, and we'll have a look around the plains, and perhaps in the process we'll find the answers we seek. And if I do strong bet, it's just going to turn into senior card gauge eventually. Ah, hello, Esmeralda. Do you mind helping an old ampersand collect his spectacles? The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. Hope you're not above manual labor. Yes, this 6'5", 320 pounds of pure muscle cat man is... nah, manual labor, can't do that. I'm not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. And fortunately, I have a gun, and that solves most problems. That's all we ask. Here, take these tools. Now introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what we do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let us meet back here and share what we've learned. Right. Here's someone playing a recorder terribly. As you stroke the Ranique's coat, you notice many portions of are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job, mind you. A comb of the type you're used to would just get lost in the tangle like as not. Fortunately, I have a fur brush. Ah, Geppetto sent a Ranique brush with you, did he? How like him. That is so like you. Now just run it through the one patch at a time, gently. Considering how Kilrath looks, he probably has to do this to himself pretty constantly. And then it's short fur. You dutifully brush the Ranique until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with the coat. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Well done. With less excess fur, our friend here will be much more comfortable in the afternoon heat, and less susceptible to illness. Combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries should the need arise. Playful Hatsao. These fucking weird, like the buffalo faces. They look like fucking like mandrills or like baboons. It's kind of creepy looking. You're learning about the Hatsao way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers are much easier to recall later if I arrived at them myself. Our Hetso provided us with something that we use in medicines, poultices and soap, to drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? Soap. Medicine? Poop would not be used for medicine, but it might be used for other things. I could see... I'm gonna say bones. Both horns and hooves have cores of bone. And we use all these materials, albeit primarily for tent poles, instruments, and the like. It's not quite the answer I was looking for. Well, fit for medicines, poultices, and soap. I'm gonna say organ meat. Excuse me. Is organ meat used for soap? Alas, not quite. Meat and organs both can be made into delicious fare. Okay, it's not poop. It sounds like there's a story there, but it is indeed the correct answer. What? We've discovered a myriad uses for unique chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there is need, our Hetzo always provide. Is that a thing? Like buffalo chips and like buffalo poop? Were they able to use that in like medicine and soap? I think these can be magic buffaloes, so you know it's fine. Is that a thing? Ah, this won't do. The wind will go right through it, and me without my needle and sinew. I got you, fam. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, we're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the unique hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. This has taught me nothing of why they might be freaking out right now. By the way. I'm afraid I finished all my tasks for the time being, but since you're eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a little bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you likely already know that the Ranik are our Hetzo, our guides, that we travel with throughout the turning of the seasons. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hetsara must also part with half our number. You may think it's strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands, broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Hetzo. Okay. But this didn't seem like it was the herd just splitting. It seems like they're all just not going where they're supposed to. I thought I heard someone playing a recorder really badly somewhere in town. But like that atmospheric noise is no longer there, so I don't know what... Was it like a player bard just screwing around? You smell of grass and the wind, which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us, if a bit on the furry side. I have to wonder how Val Koana is getting on. I assume he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Yeah. Ah, there he is now. This is my new wife. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing this Ranik and ended up rather far afield. Found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination. To force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how was your work? Have you anything to share? That's kind of what I got out of it. Yes, I feel the truth of this myself. While I was hesitant to leave my fate to the whims of the Hetzo rather than tread man-made paths, I arrived where I was meant to be all the same. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean it was wrong. My parents had a duty to the Ranik, as they did to me, so I wonder if their leaving behind was not a selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here to service the people of Taral, after all. How do you know your parents weren't just, like, gored to death by one of these things? You don't know that. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hetzo are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Val Koana. You're welcome among our herd anytime. Which one? I think it was the aloe one that I wanted. Actually, I'm curious if there's going to be new new culinary and things. I haven't checked to see if there's new best in slot for foods. Nope, there is some dude just jamming on a recorder terribly. It's like that, the grim edit of Star Trek TNG when Picard has the flute. God, could I find that? Come on, how did it go? I mean, that'll get fucking copyright claimed fucking forever, but, you know, it's worth it because it's funny. I think I finally understand the significance of the Hetso. They nourish the Hitsaro as they grow and provide warmth and companionship in the harsh and unpredictable world. They are the equal of any man, not beasts to be tamed. And look in that thing's eyes. That thing has seen some shit. Moreover, Ranik are sensitive. They may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale. They must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. Hitsaro would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ranik's once favored grazing grounds. I definitely like Erenville's new drip. His old outfit was fine, but, like, this gives him a little more uniqueness to his look. As we were told, the grass looks fine. The place is too quiet. It's not just the Ranik. Even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Ceratoraptors, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in a fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though Hetsara would surely put two and two together were the cause geological, I measured the area's aether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption. But I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. A large animal? You know, I'm gonna let Smart Boy have the answer. Given where we are, I believe we're dealing with a powerful beast, a predator perhaps, given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. Oh god, no. It couldn't be. Turohetso. Turohetso? Have your son explain it, please. Thank you. Ranik Reaver, in the common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal Hetso in the night is another evocation of one. Ranik can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Turohetso. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. I'll just punch one, it'll be fine. A well-toothed carnivore with unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds to the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home, and its pack both. Well, they hunt in packs, how fun. In any case, I believe the Sorcerer Ranik's consternation is clear, as is our next move. We must drive this reaver away. That might return to their natural grazing... Yeah, they might return to their grazing lands in peace. Look at the fucking eyes on this thing. It's like, yeah, I seen some shit. I seen this thing. I seen it, man. Never fear. We will make certain that the beast threatens you no longer. Oh, it's a personal duty. Okay. What's this dude? Hold on. Give me one moment, chat. Can I find this? I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Oh, if only I had it. Like already. Damn it. Don't think I'm gonna find it. There's a great series of edits of Star Trek, both TNG, some a little DS9. Like they'll occasionally go in, mostly TNG, but there's a fucking amazing one. This guy, he in his his channel keeps getting shut down because of copyright claims, of course. But he just keeps renaming himself something else similar. I can't remember what his current channel is. Oh, I wish I'd found it, but it's Picard playing the flute at the end of Inner Light. And except it's like him like telling like everyone to like, I need everyone's attention immediately, and he starts playing, and it's just it sounds like that. It's awful. And it's just like scenes from various parts in the series where people are like holding their heads and screaming. It's freaking hilarious. The Ranique Reaver is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do for us to running off in search without having made proper preparations, and if the others returning from across the plain have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it can be found. Alright, let's do it. Good God, that is like... Alright, someone's found it.
ズル兵ゾヒリだ。荒野の外れの方からこっちに向かってきてる。
Well, good, it came to us.
ロネクがすっかり怯えて動けなくなっちまって、あれじゃ生きり立った他の魔物にまで襲われかねねえ。みんなで協力して逃がしてやらねえと。
俺たちも行こう。なだめて落ち着かせてやれば誘導もできるはずだ。
まずはロネークの保護が優先。それが済んだらズルヘイゾヒリの討伐だな。
あなたはここに残って誘導されてきたロネークの受け入れを。
承知いたしました。どうかお気をつけて。
Okay, we'll just shoot it. You shoot it, I punch it. We're still doing this. We're gonna keep this going. But yes, if I was them, I'd clear out that land and build a self-contained go-kart track in which you can't actually steer the cart or accelerate. You just sit there and ride along at less than 1 mile an hour. Bet that would stand the test of time. Fucking Tomorrowland Speedway, man. That we will all be dust and that ride will still be there. It's... the official Disney ride of the channel. Oh. Okay, don't kill them. Okay. Got it. No murder yet. Yeah, y'all good, y'all good.
もう大丈夫そうですね。先に進みましょうか。ロネークもまたトライオルの一部必ず守り抜く。
Oh, there they are.
この先に何が？急ぎ
Oh, it's just some pteranodons.
いましたよ。
Stop poking our buffalo monkey face things. What the hell? I'm just a pterodactyl. You didn't have to actually, like, create a small sun in your hands and then throw it at me. This guy using psychic bullets? For fuck's sake. Just an animal. Oh, Jesus. There you go. Yeah, look at me, asshole. Caw, tuki, yes. Oh, jeez. Now that is one big-ass alligator. Although, I don't know. People in Florida have probably seen bigger. You get biggins down there. Oh, this fucker's got some HP. Someone's doing a fucking flare break. That would be him. Although that is not the engineer's limit break 3. That's a unique thing to him. Or machinist, not engineer. Going to Gatorland. You might ask yourself, that sounds like paying $33 to just walk around and see gators all day. And you're goddamn right, that's what we're doing. Yeah, why the fuck not? $33 is a very... that is not a bad price to pay to look at gators all day. Gators are fucking cool. And they're basically like real-life dinosaurs, because they were around back then and have changed they have not changed at all. They're exactly as they were back then, because they've already found, like, the perfect form. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. Okay, yeah. No, you know what? I had my doubts. I had my doubts. No, never mind. That is a biggin. It's like Devil Joe's cousin. A little less pickle-like than Devil Joe, but you know. Just shoot it. They said horns and arrows couldn't penetrate it. Okay, never mind. Bullets don't work either. That worked. You're doing a great job there, Koana. Doing a great job. You're a valuable member of the team. I like how we just stood there and watched this. Most of us are probably way faster than him. We could have helped. We could have been there to help him.
命に変えても
We're just standing there watching this and it's like giggling. Like, look at that idiot.
みんなを守ってみせる
Okay, now we've decided to show up.
兄さん大丈夫か
So this is why you use a hammer in Monster Hunter. Against things that have like hard shells like this. You just crack them.
僕のことはいい早くロネークを安全な場所へよーしよしもう大丈夫だ
おっしゃあとはこいつをぶっ倒すだけだな
Actually, that is like a Monster Hunter plot line. Like, oh, things are getting riled up. Local monsters are getting all riled up. Oh, there's this big, huge fucking alpha monster that shouldn't be around here. Well, let's take care of that. And then the next, like, act of the plot, usually the second half of the Monster Hunter plot is, okay, now we gotta figure out why that fucking thing was here, because it's not supposed to be from around here. Oh, it got driven off by something even bigger. Now that's the boss. Like, that is a, like, very classic Monster Hunter style plot. At Gatorland, there's a gator who is missing her top... What? That's awful. Her name, you guessed it, Jolene. You know, as long as she's being taken care of. Because I would imagine that's probably, like, just a death sentence in the wild. Although you see so many cool things with, like, animals that have lost... She's the mascot of the place? That's cool. Yes, I'm sure she's well taken care of. But you see so many cool things where, like, scientists will, like, make, like, a new beak like that. Like, it's kind of crazy the stuff they can do. Are we, Book, I mean, not to, like, be putting you on the spot here, but you are kind of the tank. Fine, I guess I'll do it. There we go. This thing has a shit ton of HP. So there's gonna be a lot of story things that are gonna happen to weaken it. Clearly. It's a personal duty, so of course there's gonna be a lot of... Shit, I should have waited. I don't like that he used a move called Regenerate. Oh, I get it. Actually, no, I'm gonna pop. Yep, there we go. Now I can heal everybody. I mean, not a lot, but, you know, a little bit. I shouldn't have burned both of those, that's fine. Yeah, this... Okay, so... Oh! Okay, I'm a moron. We should be going after the scale armored leg. So it will regenerate itself. We have to take it apart piece by piece. Got it. Okay. It even said in the quest dialogue over there, attack the thing's legs. Okay, so this really is like Monster Hunter. Just start getting part breaks. And they've already done a Monster Hunter collaboration, so...
動きが鈍った。兄さん、今だ。
Yeah, we're still not doing, like, shit to this thing. Hopefully, whatever you're doing will... He's doing something. I don't know what it is. Oh, Jesus. We also have a place where for $35, $25 you can fire a machine gun. Speaking of, and another for $130 you can drive a tank all in the same city. That sounds like Florida to me. Take the shot! Alright, so we get a weak spot. Target him, please? Thank you.
これで攻撃が通じるんだな。さすがコーナ兄さん。まだやる気かよ。やってやるぜ。
Okay, now he's taking damage normally. Okay. Now we're good. Oh, okay, never mind. We're doing something different now. Okay. Yeah, that's cute. It's cute. Okay, hold up. That was less cute. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Everybody get in here. Whoop, you too. You wanna get in here? Buddy? Honey? Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay, hold on. Are we supposed to be stopping these from getting to it? Oh, yes, we are. That's damage up. Okay, yes. We do not want him to have damage up. Okay, so this is similar to, oh, which boss was it? Oh, the Four Lords. Suzaku? Where you had to do the, Dance Dance Revolution shit to get your damage ups and prevent her from getting it. Which was one of my favorite fights in the Four Lords. Alright, we got him. Okay. Yeah, so fire a machine gun, see gators, drive a tank. Yeah, it all checks out. Hey, not there's anything wrong with that. Wait, you say you can drive the tank. Can you fire the tank? This is important information to know.
Roneka. 逃がしたロネークはみんなメワヘイゾーンで保護した。念のため手分けして周辺を確認してるが、もう大丈夫だろう。
There's tiered pricing, so maybe anyone can fire the tank if they use the heart of the cards. You know, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. It's true. Really, firing the tank, the real firing of the tank, was the friends who made along the way.
皆様、本当にありがとうございます。
No problem, Watto. We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid.
そしてコーナ様、私たちはあなたのことを
Why him most of all? I'm the one who did most of the punching.
リオであるあなたが恩義を呈してロネークを守ってくださったこと、部族を代表して
Yeah, fine.
お礼申し上げます。
民を守り導くのが王の務め。そこに部もこの外角、驚くほどエーテルの伝導率が高かった。これを素材として加工すれば周囲に微弱なエーテルを放射できるマグが作れるかもしれません。
Oh, we get like, oh, okay, we're gonna make void shields. Cool. No firing the tank, but one package allows you to crush cars with the tank. See, now that... Okay, that's something. I mean, as cool as it would be to drive a tank around, just like, you know, do like wheelies with it. Like, yeah, being able to like interact with another object with the tank. Okay, there's something there.
なるほど。天敵と同じエーテルを放射すれば。
I already know exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna put that on the train, so that when the Renique sense the aether from the train, they're gonna say, "Oh no, it's one of our predators. Let's get out of here."
いけるかもしれないな。それならロネークを必要以上に刺激することなく。
I mean, we're causing them distress by thinking it's the one thing that can kill them. They're already gonna be a little in distress if they sense that it's nearby.
それにしてもこいつの姿をまた見ることになるなんてな。
That's right, carve it up, make some cool weapons out of it. Some armor. Then hunt 400 more of them.
間違いないよ。
Because it's gonna take that many to get the one drop you need for the fucking chess piece.
旅した時に見たんださ。ローデにヘタ平原にあった同胞の集落がズルヘーゾヒリに襲われて大勢が犠牲になって、なんとも痛ましい光景でしたわ。
ローデニヘタ平原、僕がペルペル族の行商人に拾われた場所。
I guess the Pelopella that found you. Oh,
詳しく聞かせてもらえませんか?
I guess the Pelopella that found you forgot to mention. Yeah, well, yeah, you were totally abandoned in that city that was in shambles, surrounded by dozens and dozens of crushed and chewed bodies. Yeah, they definitely abandoned you. They weren't just murdered by a monster.
ローデニヘタ平原にもうちと同じようにロネークをヘイゾとするヘイザーロの一団がいたんでさ。先にも言った通り、あっしは交易のために彼らの集落を訪れてやしてね。
This dude here kind of looks like Zell. Like if this cat man had blonde hair, he'd look a little like Zell from 8. He's got the hair.
ところがその晩のこと。ズルヘイゾヒリが現れた。
So he rocked you like a hurricane, is what you're saying.
集落中が文字通りの大混乱。あっしも大慌てで荷物をまとめて逃げ出したんですが、一組の若い夫婦が逆走していくじゃありませんか。自分たちがおとりになるからせがれとロネークを頼む。そう叫んで。Oh,
so your parents were morons.
あっしは無我夢中で走り続けた。ですが、夜闇の中で 集落の一団とはぐれちまって、日が昇る頃には一人になっていたわけです。風の頼りによれば、その後一団は何とかロネークの群れをまとめて別の土地へと逃げ延びたとか。しかし混乱の最中、行方不明になった者も多く、おとりとなった夫婦もついに帰らなかったそうです。
Or so the story goes. This happened 20 years ago. This wasn't in ancient times. There wasn't any following up. No. That's like saying, you know, something that happened in World War II. Or like even more recently, like the Gulf War. You know, and then the soldiers went to Iraq and they fought in this battle. Or so the story goes. Like, that wasn't that long ago.
さあ、そこまでは。ただ、逃げ延びていたにせよ、一団とはぐれていたら、一人で生きられるような年じゃなかったですよ。
Yeah, you'd think that the Pelu Pelu who found him would have mentioned, oh yeah, you were in the ruins of a destroyed village. Lots of screaming, lots of fire, lots of dead bodies. Instead, he was just like, yeah, they probably abandoned you, I don't know.
おそらく、その子は幸運にも旅のペルペル族に拾われて、一命をつなぎ、やがては蓮王グルージャジャの養子となったのでしょ
う。Everyone else just piecing this together?
あの時の僕には理解できなかった。なぜみんなが僕を置いてロネークと共に去ってしまったのか。しかし今、ようやく分かりました。両親は僕を見捨てたのではなく、守ろうとしてくれたのだと。ずっと恨むしかなかった家族でしたが、今後は彼らに感謝しなければいけませんね。
Or so we assume.
僕はズルヘイゾヒリに撃たれることもなく、父と兄、そして妹、新しい家族に出会えたのだから。そして王となった今、僕の家族はトライオラの民すべてです。両親が託してくれた思いを胸に、王として家族を守り抜いてみせますよ。
Oh, I just found a note. Oh, it turns out they brought the monster there to try to get rid of their kid. Never mind. Alright, everyone get their carves. To know that the Hetzo are safe is more than enough, yet would it be wrong to hope that in protecting them we may have also avenged my parents? It is the least I owe them, after all this time. I thank you for I swear to God, this fucking flute player. There we go. Camera over here. As the oft imperfect, for standing by me as the Dawn Servant, as the oft imperfect man beneath the mantle. Let us return our attention to the matter we came here to address, shall we? We have removed the root cause of the Reniques straying from their favorite grazing and obtained the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure. A silent whistle, as it were. The whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of aether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. If we can achieve this, it would be a far sight better than a traditional whistle, more effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. I mean, I don't know, that one was kind of like frozen in fear when it was nearby. Are we sure it's not just gonna... It'll be standing on the tracks and the whistle will not just make it like be like a deer in headlights? Let us return to Shalawani Station and begin work on it. Wawalika and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution. Without having to, you know, displace all of these people. Which, of course, was Plan B. There's a warp there. We can just take that. Isn't there? Oh, it's a little further away. Oh, it's on the actual track. That's why. It ain't in town. Nope. You do roulette on stream. I accept this. I 100% accept tiny, cute sheep. Here we close. Oh, you look pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it? Yeah, this is a long story. Oh boy. So the Renique were avoiding a predator. Smart ones they are. And Falcoan is not too bad himself. What with his whistle idea, sit tight. We'll have this train on the tracks before you know it. Sit tight? Yeah, sure. I mean, at least now it won't have to be, like, kitted for a fucking war. It can be a much simpler train now. But really, why stop with a simple train when you can have the greatest trolley ever made? Oh, it does look like a normal train. I mean, it does have a cow catcher on the front, so, you know. Or a Renique catcher. So there's that.
まるで列車が蘇ったみてえだ。
本当はもっとピカピカにしたかったんだけどな。外装は予備部品の寄せ集めだ。まるっと新調した内部機関は外からじゃ見えねえしよ。だがロネークたちを脅かしちまわねえようにみんなが最高の仕事をしてくれた。
I gotta say, now I want to see, if they refurbish the inside, now I want to see the fucking inside. I was like, yeah, but, you know, train car. Then I was like, wait a minute. Phantom Train totally has interior train car locations. Is there a way to get... You can't do that as exploratory, can you? So I'm like, you do go inside a train car in that fight. That could be a cool little place to take pictures.
線路の枕木一つ一つからその下のバラス音が出る部分は全部見直して改良したんだぜ。
I mean, within reason, it's kind of impossible to not make this giant, rambling metal husk make some noise.
本当にありがとうございます。
Although I say that we're in a world where you can literally just enchant something to be invisible and make no noise.
いやいや、こんな短期間で完了したのはトライオラが人手をかき集めてくれたからさ。
What a better life these trolley people live than the ones on the first. It's nice to see there's at least one world where this dude didn't get completely screwed over by life.
ありがとうよ、コーナ様、ウクラマト様。
Yeah, this is also a world where we like to use scales of things to make, like, either force fields or, in this case, a whistle that can drive things off.
新車両の走りっぷり気になるだろ。
Then they start running and they're like, oh wait, we didn't extend the tracks past Vanguard. Oh shit! And then it just derails and then kills everybody. There's definitely something, like, concerning about the fact that the stuff coming out of the smokestack is blue. Like, you look at that and you're like, seems off. I definitely like Aaronville's new drip, I gotta say. I like it.
見ろ、前方にロネークがいる。
That's a train that can stop on a dime.
では、警笛を。
They just blow the whistle and the Runic explodes. Oh, why it should not have done that. fine. I didn't want to be in these tracks anyway. These
驚いて
tracks are
離れ
stupid.
て
Only
いっ
stupid
た
people go on the tracks.
あっちの連中はいつも
I guess the idea is if you do this enough time, like, I mean, you'll always have it if you need it, but if you do it enough times, they'll just figure out. Oh yeah, don't stand on that. Oh, trolley man, where is your trolley hat? You're not the same without your hat.
成功です。これなら無用に驚かせることなく、危険が迫っている個体にだけ知らせることができますよ。
いい感じじゃないか。さすが利用様。これで問題はみんな解決したね。それじゃサカトラルレールロード営業再開だ。
For a while there, we were real worried we'd never get the railroad running again. Now we can test. Now that the test drive was such a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shalawani and then the continent. Watch out, Dawntrail, here we come. I share the sentiment, but we've got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust we can handle matters in Alexandria, Lamai. Oh, it's Koana talking. It's your own work, yeah. Oh yeah, we should probably go see if they figured out anything about the baby mama. Alright, let's head back. Back to the previous topic. No! Well, it's possible that Shale's made some headway by now, and regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored to service. Shale? What do you have her working on? We're doing like a 23andMe, for a little, Galulja. Galulja's mother. I'd feel the same in his shoes, have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kakuya that we met may have only been a simulacrum, but her memory was real. I needn't search for what she left behind because she left it with me, and I will carry it always. Your mother's a bitch. Speaking of things you're carrying. Oh, this? I just got it at a gotcha machine. They have them all over Solution 9 now. I fucking want that. I want a keychain of that. Is that a teeny tiny yeah. Kakua? I could never, like, find, like, a pronunciation I was comfortable with. What? No. It was merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends at Oblivion would not take no for an answer. I thought it was a good souvenir as any. Whatever you say, for what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. Not the mother that you knew, but the weird robot mom you had. Yes, well, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? Thought I might join you for a time, see if there is aught I can do for the people there. Much changed though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you the full story on the way. We just went straight to Solution 9? Yeah. Hell yeah, we is. And Where are we? Yeah, so there's a train, and we scare away a thing, and there was a big cool monster. I killed it. I did most of the work. A simple yet elegant solution, and thus the railroad is back in operation. Meanwhile, Shale has nearly finished processing the data. She'll be able to share her findings with us imminently. You, where's the key? Where's my key, bitch? I am interrupting something, I gather. I don't have it with me, Shola. I swear, I left it back there. Until Yalal, please don't hurt me. Why, Stola, what brings you up here? I've seen enough of the gate and the Sky Deep Sea Note for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. Well, here, I thought I would do well to have the company of an expert on Electro. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I could join you once we're finished here. Lest you fear I've forgotten, once I've made headway into living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny. Just give me another week, I'll get you the key, I swear to God. Just need more time. Don't hurt me.
膨大なファイルの中から停車者さん本人が作成したものを抽出しました。大半は研究に関連する内容で今知りたい情報ではないかと。もちろん気になるデータがなかったわけではないですが、暗号の解読に手こずっているので、そちらはまたの機会に。
Okay. So did she get busy with Zoralja, or was this some kind of weird creepy eugenics thing?
とにかくデータをより分けた結果、停車者さんが個人的に作成した
Just on the safe side, you probably should have vetted this. I'm just saying, we don't know what she's going to be talking about.
お願い。
わかりました。それではいくつかのファイルを連続して
Several audio files will now play in sequence. Be sure you do not have any duties you are currently registered to. You may want to allot enough time to make sure you go through all these cutscenes.
"私は停車じゃ。こんな事態になった今、自分の頭を整理するためにも記録を残そうと思う。
これが
あの日、トラル幽連隊の呪術医だった私は、ヤースラニ荒野に現れたトラルビドラールの討伐に参加した。任務を終えた後、許可をもらって一人で現地に残ったの。あまり来る機会がない場所だったから、薬草なんかの分布を調べておきたくって。
Oh, did she discover the green herbs and then started Umbrella?
というのは嘘じゃないけど建前。本当は近々始まるという継承の儀の話題から逃げたかった。隊長が儀式の友に選んだのが自分じゃないということ。そこに名前が上がることすらないその他大勢だって事実から分かってはいたけど逃げたかったんだと思う。だから理由をつけて帰るのを先延ばしにして、それが私の運命を変えた。
Okay, so he had a creepy stalker fangirl.
突如としてヤースラニ荒野を飲み込んだ衝撃。私はなすすべなく巻き込まれて
We might want to end this audio recording before it starts getting into a creepy, like, fanfic with her self-insert in Zeralja.
そうね。隊長のゾラージャ様の話をしましょう。
Let me describe his dick. And then we're like, okay, let's get the kid out of here.
見とれるほどに強いところも、それでも鍛錬を欠かすことない勤勉さも。私は遠くから彼を見ていたから知っていたの。
No, you really didn't, honey. You need to... Okay, so let me explain to you what a parasocial relationship is. You didn't actually know him. If you never interact, you don't actually know each other.
いつも彼方を見ていた。近くにいる誰かじゃなくて、遠くにある何かを探していた。
He sought a lot of things. We didn't like a lot of those things that he sought.
彼の目が私を捉えることは
They were a little
英語ないのでしょう。
little genocide-y.
そう思っていた。けれど例の実験は間もなく次の段階に進む。そしたら私は今度こそ隊長から報酬を受け取ろう。
I'm gonna get me some strange. It was covered in distinctive patches and splotches, much like those of Michael Jackson. Just goes into like really deep, like not like erotic detail or like pornographic, just like literally just like, well, she is a doctor, like a clinical examination of it. And we're all just standing there like, do we need to listen to this? Is this relevant to what the kid's looking to learn? Like, well, he wants to know who his mom was. His mom was a fucking freak.
一番欲しかったもの、約束通りに。
We're all just looking at each other like, red flag, red flag.
私は今日はね、待ち望んだ最高の始まりの日になるはずだった。ついにこの子が帰って、それを見せたら、あの目がきっとやっと私たちを捕らえる。期待して彼のところに行った。彼はこの子を見て触れて。
青い鱗。
Wait. No, I think that it's definitely his kid. So did they screw or not? Did she do some kind of weird ass?
知らない。子にとって父がどうあるべきか。
Did she like steal his DNA or some shit?
父にとって子がなんであ
Because you would think he'd be like, oh, yeah, I guess I could see how that happened.
今も知らない。わけのわからないものを俺に近づけるな。
About to find out that Luke and Leia are related. So now I'm very confused, because, like, did they screw? Because you'd think he would have a... I mean, yeah, he could be a little bit like, oh, fuck, I didn't think that would happen. But, like, you'd think he would have more of a, oh, well, that does happen when we do things like that. Then I was like, wait a minute, was she pregnant going in, and then she was like, her heart's desire was, I'm gonna claim it's his kid and he's gonna accept it? Like, she Billie Jeaning him? But no, because it is blue, and that doesn't happen, because unless it's from his bloodline. So was this a creepy genetics experiment? Was this like Damian Wayne kind of thing? No? Yeah, sorry, kid, but both your parents were batshit insane.
行かなきゃ。カニオカに呼ばれてる。こっちの研究が下火になってますます焦っているのでしょう。この子にも八つ当たりをするかもしれない。隠していかなきゃ。誰にも見つからない場所に。
これで記録は最後です。
Well, that's the end of that chapter.
実を言うと、あの子は捨て子でね。数年前に
No, if he's like not that old, okay, so this has been 30 years since Zaralja's been here. There's no way. No, so she couldn't have been pregnant going in. This happened while they were here. If they only found him a few years ago. And he's like 9.
この後、研究所内で何かしらの事故が起こった。それで停車者さんはクルージャーを迎えに来られなかった。
That's fine. She left you with a cool robot. She left you with Steiner bot.
なあ、グルージャ。
僕は平気だよ、ラマチ。父さんも母さんもいっぱい寂しかったんだね。僕も寂しかったしさ、一緒にいればよかったんだけど、それがうまくできないことだってあるよね。
That's why the lesson is never try.
これが幸せかなんてやっぱりわからない。でも知れてよかったって本当に思うんだ。ありがとうみんな。
I like how he kind of like phrased that. It's better to know, I think. This is better? So you're saying is that Rosie and Elroy from the Jetsons got... I mean... There may have been some kind of robotic thing going on here, because I don't see Zaralja ever actually being intimate with any other being on the planet. This could be some weird-ass, yeah, fine, I'll give you some of my genetics, do something with it if you want. Oh, you made a kid out with it? Oh, I probably should have seen that coming. But no, I don't want that. It's better to know. Proud response for one so young. I wish he didn't have to be. Galosha is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet, one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. 'Tis fortunate that he has you. I'm still confused as to what happened. I mean, they're usually not as straightforward. They're not going to come out and say, yeah, no, she, like, was like, hey, I did this job for you. Screw me. And he was like, alright, fine. But that definitely, there's definitely seems that was what she was after. She just wanted some of that Zaralja D. Like many people on the internet after Dawntrail came out. Is she just like a proxy for, like, the internet? like, and the thirst people had for Bakul Jaja and Zaralja. Thank you, Shale. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. Well, part of the story. Mommy kinkin' that loves a daddy sub. Maybe this was Zaralja was into. You know, he puts on airs, but reality, he's like, no, I actually like taking it. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Gululcha. If you remember one thing, remember that. And not any of that weird, creepy thing, like obsession your mom was doing, or the fact that your dad had a fucking anxiety attack when he saw you. Look, I'm sorry, again, both your parents were nuts. It happens sometimes. Happens to the best of us. You can't choose you can't choose your family sometimes. Now then, having shared what I can at present, I'm ready to head to living memory when you are. I am planning to be thorough, so we will need to stop for supplies on the way. I mean, you can eat all the fake food they have there that won't taste like anything to you. That said, I promise we won't remain over long. I know we'll have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. This seems like the setup for the end of the MSQ right now. Like, everyone's got the stuff they're specifically handling, and we're just, like, waiting on a whole lot of people. A word before you leave. Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected people would be clamoring to get on the first train back, yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. What? When we spoke before, you said so many from Tulyalal were eager to reunite with friends and family. Maybe they're concerned about getting through Vanguard? If so, we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak to the people ourselves. Let's start at Lane Node 9. Where is Lane Node 9? I have no idea where this is. It is... Oh. It is... Oh, like right there. Perfect. Yeah, we can just go down there. Fucking crazy-ass city. There may still be people gathered at Praxis Park. Let's try to be there first. Let's try there first, rather. Maybe people here just have, like, an irrational fear of trains. They had a monorail accident when they got scammed by a guy from outside of town to build a monorail.
Hmm? なんか様子が変じゃねえか?
Fuck, they messed with their fucking brain pucks, didn't they? Never mind the monorail song. I gotta deal with this and that shit now. Well, yeah, the Thunder Yards are a place of perpetual lightning.
サンダーヤードでということは駆除人が魔物にやられてしまったの?
ああ、ベテランの駆除人だよ。だが死因はあろうことか落雷だそうだ。
Oh, well, yeah, I guess they're coming to terms not only with the fact that, yeah, sometimes people do die, and we're gonna have to deal with that. Oh yeah, you can just die, like, from nothing. You just be walking out there and just get hit by lightning. Yeah, they're like, oh shit, death is, like, really easy to have happen to you. We're kind of weak creatures, aren't we? Like, random occurrences can do it.
魂資源のストックを使い果たしてしまったのだそうよ。最後の命も落雷なんかで無念だったでしょうね。
本当だな。善良に生きてきた者がどうしてそんな唐突に虚しい最後を迎えなければならないのか。
It's like this whole storyline is just telling everyone in Alexandria, welcome to real life. trip going down the stairs.
死んだ奴のことを忘れなくなったとしても、魂資源のシステムが続くなら大丈夫だよな。
Yeah, they still have the soul shit going on, so they still have multiple lives. It doesn't erase their memory, but
最後は笑顔で送迎係と一緒に旅立つ。それが当たり前だろ。
yes, growing old and passing peacefully with the help of this soul-stealing device that allows me to consume the souls of others. That's only natural.
どうかしら。私たちが覚えていないだけで、これまでだって不遇の死を遂げてきた人はたくさんいたのかもしれない。もしかしたら私もそうなるのかも。
Why, you could wake up dead tomorrow.
恐ろしいことを言わないで。死の気配を感じながら生きていくなんて無理よ。
Oh, welcome to existential crisis. It's about time other people experience it.
葬儀の時よりも不安が広がっちまってる。
Look, there's all the stages of grief and everything. So this is denial. Well, no, denial. I think they've already gone through denial. I think we're at anger now, which means we're getting close to acceptance. Actually, no, this wouldn't be anger. This would be depression. Then it's bargaining. Then it's anger. What is it? It's denial, or is it denial, bargaining? Then like anger, then like just complete sadness, then eventually acceptance. Can't remember the exact order. Denial, okay, so DABDA. So denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Okay, so they're in, they're not really, no, I'd say this, hard to say if this is anger or depression. This seems a little more depression. They're just, like, giving up. Or they're actually trying to think of, like, well, we can't just do that, can we? So that seems a little more like bargaining. So they might only be, like, halfway through this. Oh, that's a problem. Kill it! It's bringing love, break its legs! Okay, so we got an Arbert situation going on. Well,
ねえ、スペーン様、助けてあげて。お母さんたちったらさっきからずっと怖い顔してるんだ。
Is this just mass hysteria, or, I mean, we're seeing it, so... I mean, Elidibus is dead, so he can't be doing this one again. That better be a dialogue option, like, Elidibus, is that you? You've already tried this before.
ニコくんは優しいね。遅くなっちゃったけど、私が来たからもう大丈夫だよ。
嘘だろ。あいつは死んだ。消えちまって、もう
Twin sister?
戻ったりは。
See, I told you I don't trust this smug motherfucker.
おい、あんた。確か補佐官のゴッサンだったよな。これはどういうことなんだ。何か知ってたりは。
はて、どういうことかと言われましても、スフェーン様が町においでになるのはいつものこと。特に珍しくもございませんが。
いや、あんたこそ何言ってるんだよ。
Like Killrath, he's just giving him the look.
みんなでそこに花を手向けたじゃねえか。
葬儀？スフェーン様の？ またまたご冗談を。確かに葬儀は行いましたが、あれは襲撃で
Okay, never
命を
mind.
落とした名もなき市民
He's
た
either
ち
putting up a
の
good
もの。
front, or he actually is as unaware as anyone else. So yeah, someone's screwing with the fucking regulators.
死を忘れることができな
It's
くな
either
り
him or someone
恐怖
else.
に陥った我々をスフェーン様は今日も変わらず支えてくださっている。
スフェーン様、以前のように亡くなった人にまつわる記憶を回収してはもらえないでしょうか。その方が前向きに生きていけると思うんです。
You know, having to deal with reality and like actually just like move past things. No, that's not for anyone. We can all just like live as like
ごめんね。
adult children, not having to
そ
deal
れは
with the
で
world.
きないんだ。リビングメモリーがシャットダウンされたことで旧来のシステムは使えなくなっちゃったから。でも安心して。代わりの解
I
決
don't
方
like this.
法を準備してきたから。
I don't like an alternative solution.
みんなとわびとになっちゃおう。
That's not the right decision. Okay, so mass suicide. Not exactly the right call there.
記憶を回収する
Okay, so
新しいシステ
Jim
ムを
Jones,
作っ
good.
たの。エーテルで体を作ってそこに預かった記憶を宿せばもう魂資源のストックだって気にせずに
Yeah,
生き続け
okay.
ら
Yeah,
れる。
this is fucking everyone's gonna drink the Kool-Aid, is what she
死に
wants.
怯えることなんてない。
Or what is
望
this?
むまま好きなだけ生きていけるんだよ。だけどすぐに用意できるエーテルには限りがあるから全員をトワビトにはしてあげられないんだ。
I don't like where this is going. I really don't.
みんなの葬儀をした時に配った黒いレギュレーターがあったでしょ。
Oh fuck. It was the fucking ones they were handing out. Oh god damn it. Jesus Christ.
それまだ配布してない分も含めてだけど5000個用意して
Okay,
る
so these were death pucks that they were handing out. Cool.
約束の日に黒いレギュレーターをつけていた人だけトワビトにして永遠の死から解放してあげるね。
Yeah. Yeah.
じゃあ救われるのは5000人だけ。
Oh, you take a completely emotionally stunted society that's been this way for so long. And, you know, just one thing happens and everyone starts freaking out and being unable to, like, move on with life. They've been a very sheltered people. You Von Druk! Is that an actual curse word? I believe it is. It's a good point. You know what? She went with the right argument. I was gonna say this is fucking stupid, but she's like, no. Actual Sphene would only save everyone, not only some people. It's a good point. See, Wuklamat's smart sometimes. She's like, okay, I went with the argument that would actually be kind of accurate.
私はこの国の利用スフェーンだよ。
Look at my creepy face. I am totally not lying. Yeah, we got mind control going on. So here's where we say, yes, I see that.
一度バックルームに戻ろう。
You just say, very nice to see you, Sphene. It's been nice catching up. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Tell Koana to bring the sniper rifle. We're just gonna finish this now. Granted, I will grant one thing. There may have been emergency protocols already in place to keep her going, even if something happened. Although that tells me it's probably not actually, like, another one of her simulacrums. This is something else just posing as her. But who, what, and why? We only caught the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you that the message about neo-regulators was received with utmost clarity. I mean, we could just, like, run up to them and take the things off their heads and run. It couldn't have been Sphene. She should have been destroyed when the Meso terminal shut down. Without a single Alexandria to bear witness, presented only with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen, there's no surprise they would choose to believe she's alive. It's awful convenient, yeah, that no one saw her die. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor. Just their memories have been erased. Given the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, is likely the work of the regulators, but by whose design? Someone smart enough to play at being the Queen of Reason. And that, guys, even if some suspect deception, most of Alexandria will be on her side. It's a good point. We need to find out who she really is. I'll go punch her right away. That's how I solve most of my problems. While I wholeheartedly agree, we should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. Oh, what do I want here? We'll do determination. I've got so much fucking crit. There's gonna be an elsewhere. Meanwhile, in living memory. Oh, wait, Stola's there. Or is going there. You're in Miami, apparently. Hold the camera back. Who is this? Oh, this is... Okay, never mind. This might be Sphene. Wait. Is this, like, awakened Sphene from before she was made into a simulacrum? Because she doesn't know what this place is. She should know what this place is if it was the one, like, the memory simulacrum. Because she knew what living memory was. Is this Sphene before the experiment, like, reawakening? So she, like, doesn't remember what happened in the last, like, several hundred years? Yeah, could be interesting. Which means then what the fuck is the thing walking around in Solution 9? Is this going to be like her good half and... In fear of death, the people turn. To Queen Reborn, their fates to learn. Is this like her evil side and good side going to be fighting each other? Except the bad one would have a goatee. To be continued. Okay, so I have a lot of questions. The exact circumstances of Babchild. Still not too sure exactly what happened between Zerelja and his baby mama. And okay, so there's a fake Sphene that clearly is malicious. That smile at the end, that was a malicious one. But then there might be another Sphene who might actually be the original Sphene from centuries ago. before they put her brain in a robot body, reawakening and like with no memory of anything that's happened since she's been asleep. But also, how is she back? Oh god. Well, I'm sure there will be a rational explanation for all of it. That being said, the dungeon was freaking fantastic. Really good fights. And the raid was amazing. So far, so good. 7.1 has some, like, really good content. I'm liking it. And then, I think in a few weeks, we're gonna get the first of the Hildebrand. Cannot fucking wait for that. Hildebrand, like, every expansion, Hildebrand is, like, one of my favorite things. To see where that fucking batshit insane Looney Tunes of a fucking storyline go. So that'll be fun. Some good slapstick and absurdist humor. And then, you know, they'll just keep going when they keep adding more and more content. But again, I will be re-recording the raid, so I can basically replace the really fucked up footage from the last stream with that, and I'll just do post-commentary over the raid. So, you know, to go through that. But, interesting. Yeah, there's a lot here to unpack. But, anyway, that'll be it for today. Tomorrow, I would normally be doing Visions of Mana, but I have a couple games I want to get started. I don't know which of the two I'm going to do. I'm coming up late. Coming into this a little late. There's a whole series of games by a creator called M. Dickey, who really likes old-school wrestling games, like the old Aki Engine wrestling games. And he's made a whole series of games, like one where you're, like, in a school and, like, going to class, and another where you're, like, in a prison. But all of them, you're basically, everyone in this world is wrestlers doing wrestling moves to each other. And that sounds amazing, but from what I've seen of other people playing these games, they are so bad and impossible to do anything with. So we're gonna have some fun with that. So I'll either be playing Old School or Hard Times 3 tomorrow, and possibly for a little more of the week to just mess around. Although I do want to get back into Crystal and finish off the currently available content. So, whatever. We'll figure it out. But tomorrow I would like to start one of those. I've been kind of chomping at the bit, because I just think it could be fucking hilarious to just mess around in one of those games. But yeah, so thank you all so much for being here. This was very interesting. Both the raid and the MSQ are swerving in ways I wasn't expecting. Because I just know this motherfucker is going to have relic weapons for us soon, and I'm so on board for that. But for now, I will head out. Back same time tomorrow with either the school one or the prison one of the M. Dickey games. We'll figure it out. Maybe both. Who knows? But that should be some good, possibly hilariously bad fun. And then Thursday, we will see. And then Friday, I may actually be able to do a full-blown, actual, legit Freeform Friday. I don't think anything's gonna get in the way this time. And then next week, we'll probably be back to, like, completely normal schedule. But for now, I will be off. And again, thank you all so much for being here. And I will see you all next time. Later.